Today we're checking out Goblin Commander. We're turning back the clock to an old-school Xbox, PS2, GameCube generation of real-time strategy. That is the genre, as it happens. But this is a game for console, one of the first I played in my youth of its type, before Halo Wars came out and its ilk. Playing on a backwards-compatible Xbox 360 today, but a game with a great Warcraft kind of vibe. But you're gonna be playing through the campaign and waging some Goblin civil war. This game, I'm going to keep it on the main menu for a second just because I love this game's main menu so much. It is beautiful, and there are some things into which old developers used to put a lot of attention to detail. They don't really as much anymore. I guess they didn't really make for so much gameplay, but they made for memorable experiences. But yeah, basically we're waging Goblin civil war, starting as the Stonecrusher clan. But yeah, basically you play as Grommel. I'll just put a little exposition up here. You are the leader of the Stonecrusher clan. Basically all exposition just to set up a massive campaign of epic proportions. And an admittedly cool Goblin game where you are like basically assimilating more tribes to your army as you go. Which does feel really cool. It's a pretty sweet mechanic, but anyway, the story doesn't really matter. You were building a great machine in order to obtain power. You were supposed to share in it, but no one really cares. It's just a cool game about fighting a bunch of goblins against each other. So I think without any further ado, I want to get started. There's a campaign mode, which we'll be going through. The skirmish mode is really for 2 players. Unfortunately, here we are, Grop. I've already cleared the tutorial. The tutorial is kind of like, it's just a lot of button pressing. It's kind of cool, the cave area, which is why I inserted a little bit of footage there, but honestly, there's not really much to do or say, and this is where the cool story starts, fighting goblin tribes. Okay, so we've got a lugger, I guess, or a logger. It's about time. Here is the guy we are RPing as. The rock thrower. So we've located the Hellfire work camp. Now, one would think, like, different goblins maybe would be friends. So they're cutting down the forest. Grax has never been one to waste resources. Must be a supply line, but for what I wonder. Okay, so basically, we are RPing as, like, the spirit of Grommel. Grommel has the ability to just sort of, like, change into a spirit at any given moment, I suppose. And this is our, like, main base area. We have the Hall of Titans. And we have our goblin. I can't remember what you call this thing. This is the, I guess, Stonecrusher Clan Shrine. Yeah, so this is where we can make new goblins from. So basically our base of operations. And we're spending souls, which is the blue goblin resource, in order to build more, well, people for our cause. I think I'm going to go with, well, the Stonecrushers don't really excel in range combat. I want to go just go ahead. What do we have? Here, so we already have, we have a, what is that, 2 luggers? No, a lugger and a stone thrower. So it is good to have some range. So I want to keep some kind of range with me. Maybe like 3 ranged boys. And then we'll do... let's upgrade our damage first. And then we will get a couple more melee dudes. Okay, so that gives us a couple of souls to choose from. So I did say RTS, but look, we've got some sheep over there in the background. That's so nice. Okay, so why are the goblins fighting, before I get to anything else? Okay, so they are taking a soul fountain. We want to capture the soul fountain. Man, I just love the cutscenes in this game. So here we have a member of the Hellfire clan. Why is he hitting us? There goes Grax, yeah. Murderer Grommel. Give Grax back the fountain, yeah. So basically, we're going to come in and out of these cutscenes. I'm just going to kind of start to ignore these, but this is what's going on. This is the general exposition, and I do identify with Grommel. You know, like, nobody really understands him. Grax thinks that, he says evil Stonecrusher blood. You can read. But, yeah, basically, Grax thinks that we killed Phraziel, the master. So that is, like, all of the, it's kind of like a whodunit going on in terms of story. Okay, I'm done talking about the story, because where this game really shined was the gameplay. And just think about this. This is 2003, man. Like, no one had ever thought of this before, you know? I mean, maybe like Command and Conquer, or what was it? I mean, for me as a kid, the reason why was I playing this as a child? We just didn't have a very high-powered PC, and, you know, like, PCs would... Games even like pretty weak games now by today's standards required a lot of computing power. You know, like, oh my gosh, your computer has a gig of memory on it. That was huge. So just to have everything on a standardized console kind of meant a lot. Here we're just encountering like basic scouts. Man, you couldn't even rotate the camera. But the one thing that is kind of cool that you can do in this game, because it's actually a hybrid of an RTS and an action game. We've got a couple like little question hints. What is our objective right now? Find the Hellfire lumber encampment. Runestone. To use a runestone, press the corresponding white button or black button. Etched with archaic symbols, runestones can invoke a wide variety. Okay, so yeah, we've got a couple of different... We're still kind of going through tutorial-ish types of things. Okay, so we get it. So what does this one do? And I just... Is there friendly fire enabled? Thank God that there's not, because we may have taken damage from that. Should have read that, but, you know, I'm a big fan of, like, guess and test what might be going on in the game. Can we also... Yeah, cool, we can harvest resources. So despite the fact that we're the Stonecrusher clan, it was the Hellfire clan here. They were in charge of harvesting wood. And then there's other clans of goblins out there. Like, I guess the next one we'll meet will be the Stormbringers, and they were in charge of channeling lightning. All of these things in Fraziel's machine that was going to give the goblins power. So they're each specialized in harvesting one type of resource. This doesn't really make its way into the gameplay much. You do, like, assimilate the tribes as you go, but I forgot to get these. Let me just go back and get these things while I go back to our clan shrine, and let's... I'm just going to go full offense. Let's just upgrade our weapons and totally disregard our... Yeah, see, now their hammers are glowing gold. Ah, I miss that. So many old games just did this stuff right, man. You know, it just feels good the way it plays. The one we won't be able to recreate is the logger. Here, or lugger. It's very, like, primitive in its kind of UI. You can't really... separate by unit or create command groups or anything like that. Like, Halo Wars took it way further with the same controller, that is to say. And I played a lot of Halo Wars, because again, our PCs were just garbage. Again, it was like, just defer to whatever console you own. But yeah, I mean, a sweet game, and like, you wouldn't have had stuff like this if it weren't for that. Made by... Who's the dev here? Jalico Entertainment. Okay, yeah, we've got another Hellfire clan, but now we are just, like, dominating in combat. Do we have, let me just see, are we able to upgrade damage? Let's do a little bit of an armor upgrade. We might as well right now, just so that they don't die so easily. We did lose one goblin, I think. Okay, so anyway, as far as I was saying, this game is not fully RTS. You can actually take direct control of anyone in the clan and, like, you know, become a melee fighter, and then all your tribesmen will fight alongside you. I'm gonna get out of that because it's kind of better done with some units rather than others, or only if you have to really micro one part, like, I don't know, have a guy throw stones at something. But, yeah, I mean, it is kind of cool, and there are these big Titan units that we'll be able to use throughout the game. Okay, so I guess I wasted that runestone. Okay, so, context clues, man. Obviously, a heart one is probably going to heal my people. Did it actually say? Okay, I guess it doesn't. It's kind of funny. Sometimes the cancel button in these games is the Y button, and sometimes it is... Okay, so he's finally noticed that I've taken the soul fountain. Did I just go totally, like, circumnavigate the map? Not honestly sure. May not have had to do all of that. One of those games where you have to do some looking around, though. Oh, the other thing that I noticed when I was trying out this game, so there are 5 tribes of goblins. Like, we are tribe number 1, and they each have, like, a different moon or something like that associated with them. I'm just gonna save this healing spell till we really need it, I guess. Okay, we've got... okay, they're coming back for their soul fountain. See if we can recapture it. I guess it's like command posts? Like, you can kind of see the souls. Okay, there we go. Now it is back under Stonecrusher control. Where did we not explore? It looks like we didn't go north. I think we'll have to go there. Ironically, the one thing that's slightly annoying here is... unless if you can, nope, yeah. So you can control a Titan and kind of just, like, freewheel it outside of your tribe, but I don't really want to... Actually, do we? We could get a Stone Ogre. Maybe I'll wait another minute, though. Okay, so we can summon a gigantic ogre. Like, this thing is sweet. We can have our clan go over here and just, like, scout in the north while we do that. I guess this is the only real version of multitasking that we get in this game. Like, they won't have too much of a problem with this, I presume. Oh, you also can't rotate the camera unless if you're in direct control, so just get used to that. I kind of miss it, though, man. Okay, so here's the Hellfire work camp. We finally found it. Crash their pitiful lumber operation. Okay, so we'll just destroy everything. Let's go ahead and bring over our Titan because he's going to be the strongest. Actually, I can't really command you separately. Let's just get them better defense stuff so that they can... Yeah, see, they're already dying. I'm debating on should I just... Why are you fleeing, dude? Don't do that! We can kind of command the tribes separately as we go later on, but... Alright, you know what? I'll just send these guys in to, like, destroy their main base and then bring over my Titan. Oh, man, I didn't even think I would be able to get this thing in the first mission, but... So cool! Kind of like a mix of... And by the way, these were, like, normal graphics at that time. I know that they look super dated, but you probably remember if you played it. Had to be there, man. Okay, cool. So this one is really just like a small skirmish. I don't even know why we got the Titan for this mission then. But yeah, basically mission by mission here. Oh, we didn't even get to use the Titan. Alright, then we'll just keep that as like that, you know, cliffhanger for the next mission to keep you interested. Like, it so oddly resembles the Magic the Gathering colors, but maybe that's just to say that I've become horribly addicted to Magic the Gathering. Except you have purple instead of black. Hellfire Factory located in the nearby ruins. Okay, so we're gonna go out on a series of Hellfire missions. Capture a barrel of it. Such great cutscenes here, man. And like the Goblin language. I know it's not a real language, but the voiceovers sounded good. Like, these games have story without... I don't know what it was. Like, writing at this time was just... It was not distracting from the game, but it was still just good. I don't know what it was. Like, the music here is pretty sweet, too. Alright, let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and just make a... Let's make a lot of cheap units to start. I will get a lugger. Is that logger? I guess lugger. Medium melee. Okay, so basic melee, basic ranged. Actually, I probably would have been better off just going straight to that, wouldn't I? But I mean, it's all in the upgrades anyway. Let's just go get full offense. Like, we're already at, Oh, we start off with a soul fountain, too. Good, I was gonna say. If you can't get a soul fountain in a mission, you're really boned. Our lugger is in pretty poor health. Don't know if we'll be able to save him. Just good luck, buddy. Basically, all of the missions are just destroy everything. The one thing that I really didn't... Oh, no. God, why? What have I done? I do believe he... Doesn't he have explosives, Grax? Oh, who is it that he reminds me of from another game, I want to say? I don't know, just everything at this... This is such a great time for fantasy. And I guess now, looking back, it might look like Warcraft or World of Warcraft. But I feel like just every game at that time kind of had that aesthetic, you know? Like, maybe now, looking back, maybe that's one of the few things that has survived, and then I feel like maybe there was a period of, like, fantasy fatigue. Maybe from all the new franchises being created. I guess it all really goes back to Dungeons and Dragons, which I don't even know. That was before I was born. What was that? 70s or 80s? Oh, wait a minute. No. Well, actually, this was around the time that Lord of the Rings came out, and that was a big comeback for fantasy as well. Yeah, you know what? Let's get a lugger. We might as well. For generating souls, might as well get better melee units. Cool. I guess the only downside here is if things are exploding, They will probably die. What did they die to? Just everyone mysteriously died. Okay, let's just send in more. Hellfire Clan, I do believe, specializes in ranged, which is why they are using bows. Looking at them up close, though, I love their night vision goggles, man. This game just had so much attitude. The art direction here was so good. Ah, it's amazing. Every little bit can be destroyed for resources. 2 resources, too. That's all you need. And they kept the focus on combat, too. I think that was pretty good game design. Just because there were so few other... Oh, God, why didn't I learn my lesson the first time? What have I done? I guess I shouldn't have gone straight for the camp. I could have, like, checked out other stuff. Man. Everything at this era, though, now, what's crazy to me is I thought that these graphics would age well when I was a kid. I don't mind them. This is about the level of graphical, like, detail that I'm fine with. Maybe that's influenced by when I grew up, but I wonder what this is like to today's kids, you know what I mean? Like, I can't look back at N64 graphics, because N64, I just don't think that they aged very well. I guess PS1, yeah, maybe some of them did. That is to say, I don't know, I just wonder how much is relative to me as a person. Like, anyone watching this who would, if you've even made it to this point, okay, there we go, we've got T3 upgrades there. Oh, and we can start getting our defenses. I guess I probably would have benefited from that before because we're just getting blown up. Yep, but I don't know. I do wonder how these things... So is it all of the Yep, it is all of the barrels that look like that. Just wanted to do a test for confirmation. That was all. Anybody die from that? I guess so. Man. Ah. It just feels so... good! Like the sound effects, man. So let's try playing as one of them. So we go in. Oh, we can actually see in front of us, like, not a... Can you see through the fog of war, though? We can zoom out a bit more. Cool, harvesting of more resources. Very cool to harvest resources. Alright, here we go. Man, these guys can kind of put up a fight. Although I'm trying to tell if the auto... Yeah, it basically auto-locks for you. Alright, I kind of... I don't really like playing it that way, though. I mean... The whole reason I played this as a kid was to get away from action games. Although I've seen all these, like, reinventions of old RTS games that people have, like... You know, kind of created as personal projects. Where you can play as a character in the game. Or, like, some kind of mod. Stuff like that, like Age of Empires, but play as one of the units. Or like the Lord of the Rings RTS games. Waiting on the hill, we can fight, but they have higher ground. Preempting Anakin. Alright, so hint hint, don't go up that way, I guess. I would like to see where they are, so let's go ahead and let's throw a few of our lives at this problem. So we can't go over there. I'm presume... I mean, they do have the high ground, but is there really such a thing as height advantage right here? I mean, the one I don't really want to go up against is, obviously, their turrets. Okay, so all that being said, also, I guess I should go over a little bit of the meta, and not just my nostalgia. Tell me about the meta, AA. Tell me what's going on with the meta. I'm gonna talk about it. Oh, we can actually build rock lobbers in this mission. That's great. Fantastic. Cool. I'm just going to build more melee. We can get super strong with the melee units. Like, we've already got medium level ones. But, man, it would be so nice if I could actually command units separately right here. That might be the one thing I forgot about in this game, but that's what kind of kept it simple. I guess in that way, it's kind of like a... I don't want to... This sounds bad. I want to call it like a faux RTS, sort of. Man, these ones are way better in ranged. Okay, don't even go that way. Let's try to see if we can find the alternate route. Why are you just being a loner over there? A little bit of me wants to build like a turret up there or something to kind of distract them. Also, what is this? Is this stone circle something of interest? Like a POI? Nah. Alright, let's just go up more, blow up more barrels for fun. Nah, I'm pretty sure that's a terrible idea. We'll go over here. 300, oh god, what is that? Okay, so they've actually recaptured, so there was kind of like a push and pull. Yeah. We will start to get more advanced enemies as we go. But before we do that, let's go ahead and just make more stone crushers. And then we need more gold for another rock lobber. We can also get a titan again. So we'll go ahead and do that. Just send our guys over here. Maybe we'll put a stone lobber turret over there in the middle. And do we get gold from blowing these things up? We need to find some place to get gold. Let's just harvest some from over here. Because I need 40 for a rock lobber turret, just so that we can defend that soul fountain in there right at the middle. In the meantime, you guys are just struggling to get by this guy. Now we'll take back over the titan. We can also eat as the titan. He'll go into this animation, but there's nothing to eat right now, and he can heal himself. Really just good for destroying, like, copious amounts of stuff. There we go, so we're at 58 again. He can destroy that. Almost everything here is destructible. Let's just go, rest control of him. God, using the word rest. Look at me go. I'm on a roll today. Let's go ahead and just defend this soul fountain with one of these things. Great, so now that has been defended. Otherwise, we will hold down the left trigger here and then just double tap in order to have the clan follow around the titan. So I believe that this is basically the only... Oh, geez, wait a second. Our encampment is under attack? Oh, no, they're attacking the... hang on a second. If I just release control there. So they are going after the rock lobber. Oh, no, I have horribly messed this up. I was supposed to put ranged units into that. Why did that not happen before? Oh, God. Okay, yeah, net. Whoops. Let's just go in with the Titan. Just an overwhelming amount of offense here. But not before we get a little bit more gold here, because I think we're going to need it if we're using up the turrets. Okay, yeah, look, totally another way to just get into everything. You know what, just screw the soul fountain. We have enough souls to do everything. Just come with me, Stone Crusher clan. Alright, so we're going to go in like Fort Ticonderoga. Wasn't it odd that a Revolutionary War fort became the name of a pencil brand? That is, like, somewhat weird, isn't it? Anyway, I don't know. Revolutionary pencils. I guess that is to say. Alright, so we've got some indestructible terrain here, but this looks like a much faster way to destroy just their whole camp. And can we eat them? Yep, I can just eat enemies. I love that. There's something in this game just about... You couldn't really even command these things directly, oddly enough. You have to play as them. Okay, can you eat as fast as they're going to kill you? Did you actually heal from that, too? Please. Heal. Oh no, he is dead. But not time for the Stone Crusher clan. Here we come. Alright, maybe if we destroy their base, we'll just get some sort of reward. Okay, and they did not actually manage to destroy my turret. Let's just go ahead and do a quick test here. Because I don't honestly remember if I need to, like, occupy that thing. Need a little bit more. Let's just do a couple of... Yeah, let's do a couple of rock lobbers. No, I don't really know how to have them occupy then, I suppose. So this will bring us to conflicts. I feel like this one is pretty much won. We might send in a... Yeah, let's send in another Titan. We'll just send over goblins randomly from now on. No, just attack en masse. This isn't going to work. We'll just get another Titan. The one thing that really messes with this, though, is the 10 max unit. Let's go in here. We'll get another Titan just for kicks. And then can we... I kind of want to extensively test out this turret thing, just because this does become important later on. Like, if we put this... let me just cancel it now. Okay, I think they'll be about there. Let me just lure them over for a second. I don't think I'm even gonna need the Titan after all. We can literally just build a turret on top of the enemy. What a flex. Oh my god. Does it work? Yes, it does work. Okay, there we go. It's finally shooting rocks at people. Maybe it was just slightly out of range before. After all, range is not really our specialty. Melee we're much better with. But yeah, the turrets are pretty strong in this game, so it is kind of important to figure that out. Alright, so now with rock lobbers, ironically not our strongest unit, but we get it done, man. Ooh. Oh, that's the stuff. I'll keep going in. I guess use rock lobbers here on the explosive. That is good. Not everyone exploded anymore. Alright, so what? Is there like a machine at the back? Alright, here we go. Oh yeah, this is the Hellfire Beast. I forgot about this thing. It's a gigantic boar. Oh, look at the... the logs just totally block out the in-game cutscene. Oh, isn't that the... Oh, Jesus! That thing is so sweet. What is it? Alright, I'm guessing melee is probably not going to be the best move right here, so let's go ahead and... Oh, cool, we get maximum upgrades here. Let's go ahead and... Hang on a second. Okay, cool, we're getting everybody to follow us. I'm just kind of assuming that those guys are going to die over there. Let's bring over our Titan and fight against the enemy Titan with it. But yeah, every single clan has their own kind of cool... like Titan that you can play as. And what was super fun about this game, and this is gonna sound super old, was you could play split screen RTS multiplayer, which I'm not honestly sure if there are any modern games that do that. Like, does that even exist in anything? And honestly, when I've looked back at so many games from franchises that were made when I was a kid, now the only thing you can really do is play one player, and there's not that many split screen local. I guess aside from stuff like Nintendo, which they've kind of kept up with all the very much like localized. They were kind of slow to the whole internet adopting thing, but in a lot of ways I think that makes their stuff last longer. And here we go. Blast furnaces. So I guess they were going a little bit aggressive here with the wood harvesting. Very good job. Very good job on the Hellfire clan. I do like the Hellfire clan. They're useful. Once we kind of assimilate them. Ironically, the bad guys eventually become the good guys, but it is a very satisfying gameplay loop just to take all of your former enemies and just... like it's so much fun to just yeet the whole enemy team up in the air. Oh god. I guess we just have to destroy these things. I'm not sure what's the exact target. Alright, so we blew up the blast furnaces. I guess that's it. I lost my second Titan, though. Maybe not really, like, the best mission results, but... Woo! Alright, cool. So full upgrade and everything. And it does get a little more interesting as we play the game, so we'll start to be able to command different clans in different places at once. So that's our kind of version of, you know, multitasking, I guess. That's probably the reason why I was not a very good StarCraft player when I did eventually get a decent PC for it. Right, so Grommel has rematerialized at the end of the mission. Obviously heavy. Just these cutscenes in this game, man. Oh, they're so good. Who's he talking to? Just a generic... There's not really any other named characters. I thought that was... They kept it... They minimized it. Then encampment is critical to our efforts. Must not fall. Just the most generic... I won't, boss. Bring the sages. Okay, so once we've done these, like, very basic kinds of missions... Are we still in the same area? Okay, no, sorry, we are playing as a Titan now, so we are... Remember, Grommel is sort of like the, just the kind of disembodied spirit there. What is the help tip right here? Alchemist shop, a place to okay, so you can purchase rune stones here. That's pretty important. Yeah, so kind of take and hold some of the points. Similar thing here. Rune stones could be useful here. I kind of like the idea of just investing in more units instead. And I'm feeling like our Titan is going to be useful for just taking out a lot of these ruins and getting gold in this mission. Let's go... Oh no, we have to go back to our... Ah, darn, okay. Just have everybody follow the Titan, then never mind. The rendering improves so much. Like, you can see the whole area around you when you load in, Okay, I guess that's all we can get over there. Still getting tons of gold for upgrades as we go, though. When you actually play as one of the units, I might actually play more as the unit this time. Courtyard ahead. Our clansmen are under attack. We must help them. I think this is where we get to the bigger missions where there's whole actual bases being held up. Ah, yeah, and we get to save other units to use with us. I don't believe that friendly fire is a thing. Famous last words, but, you know, I'm willing to die. I will die on this hill. Oh, God. Oh, no, man. Why is my Titan so weak? It's like 3 arrows killing him. Okay, just give me another guy to eat. 2, add 3. I'm still at yellow health bar. Okay, I will just heal everyone then. Come to my large healing rolls of flesh. It's funny, you know, like back when I was a kid, I always used to play this game for the RTS elements. I mean, it does have them, even if you're nitpicking, you know. They're there. But now coming back to it, I'm like, this is just a pretty solid action game if you just think of it as like kind of faux RTS material. Alright, let's see if we can just do a number on these guys in here and basically just airdrop a, Oh god, nope, that didn't work. Ah, we almost destroyed that turret. I just way overstepped my part of the mission there. Did I just get everyone killed? Oh no. Hang on a second. Everyone, no, they did not come back. They're all dead. They are all dead. Why did you do that? That was so dumb. Okay, Drummer is going to heal our people. Pit Boss, though, is heavy melee, so we definitely want that. I don't even know why we would go for medium melee at this point. Do we have a soul fountain anywhere, though? Okay, go get that soul fountain. We need some sort of soul fountain. And you know what? Can we just get them all to the rock lobber? I don't want to lose any more men. Yeah, these guys have, like, snipers. They can pretty much just, avoid us. That is a shame. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and put a rock lobber in nearby this soul fountain, just because that appears to be our only source of souls, or we'll, like, lose the mission. Alright, so that being said, let's go ahead and upgrade everything if we can. Okay, don't go for level 3 yet. But we'll get a pit boss just so that we can get the best melee unit. Yeah, we'll just totally avoid producing everything else. Cool. Actually, not that bad. Are we producing souls now? Please don't destroy me. You can have up to 3 turrets at once as well, which is... I was thinking this back when I came back to this game. I was like, why don't you just spam turrets all over the map? There were some things that you could just spam horribly in these games. But way back in the day when games were all complete when they were released, you know? Or, like, if there was a bug in the game, it would just stay in there forever and become a famous bug, you know? Not like, oh, we have to patch that out. I think my all-time favorite now, I'm skipping ahead in time here, but I think everybody probably knows the one about that. The shopkeeper lady in Oblivion, where when the voice actor was doing the lines, she was like, oh, am I supposed to say that? And they accidentally didn't take it out of the game. So now there's just an NPC that goes like, oh, was I supposed to say that? Like just a totally normal voice. Good times, man. Good times. We got a lot of gold from that. Should I go for cheaper people? I don't know if those pit bosses were really helpful. Just the fact that the enemy is so good ranged here, man. Let's get the best armor just because people be dying, man. And we'll get some ranged guys to back them up. Oh no, range costs 8. That's actually more expensive. The thought of just running out of everything here saddens me. Alright, let's take another minute to just go get more gold. They are severely outnumbering us, and that is not too great. And I'm just kind of at a paucity of souls in this mission. Okay, cool. This is easily one of the best areas in the game, though. Just something about the forests, you know? I guess looking back, it really did have that kind of Warcraft 2 vibe about it. Speaking of which, we should probably go back and replay, because I never really did that. I always wanted to play that game. I would go over friends' houses. They had, like, split-screen local PCs. I was so jealous as a kid. I was like, oh, man. We had a Mac that my mom worked on, and, like, if I played... You couldn't run Flash on it for some reason. I don't know why, like, that was just the bane of my existence. I couldn't play Flash games on this Mac. I don't know if that was like an historical thing or if I was just too stupid as a child to figure out how to do it. But, yeah, like, that was the thing. Anyway, so to get to play an RTS game, especially on Windows, was like a treat, man. I think we're gonna need a lot more units here, because they do slowly produce them here. Don't even try to go fight, let's just harvest more resources. We've got our soul fountain secured. Man, what is it? Oh, that must be their Titan. Also, the pathfinding here is pretty... well, sad. Let's go ahead and get some rock throwers, just because they're going to be a little bit cheaper. We can make 10 of them, and they might not blow up from harvesting resources here. Although we are in a bit of a pickle when it comes to... This is actually... where are we here? There may be one more mission after this like it, but I do recall as a child being very stumped by this mission. Because the enemy is just so strong right over there. Okay, cool. So we get a heal, and we get a damaging rune. Probably just go over there, drop another damage rune, and then get out. Okay, damage rune. We've got this thing sealed off, though, and they don't appear to be attacking our soul fountain. That's awfully nice of the game to not just totally spam you. Oops, nope, that was the one we already destroyed. Okay, so now 139 gold. We need 150. Maybe I'll get a drum or two. I'm not sure how quickly he's gonna heal, or if that's just kind of a... like, is it gonna be worth it, or does he heal one guy at a time, you know what I mean? Getting, like, better performance from... oh my gosh. Is that the only turret? Dude, this pig is going ham. Oh god, they're attacking. Oh god, they've, like, partially destroyed our encampment. This is awful. Okay, send in more people. Nope, do not let them destroy our clan shrine. That is bad. Okay, now that we've kind of cleared the northern flank and gotten good weapons, we can kind of just fight them in a battle of attrition. Oh no, why are you so close to destroying our clan shrine? It's like smoking now. Yep, yeah, it's smoking on the inside as well. It's so sad, like, I come back to these games as an adult thinking, like, oh, it'll be easy. And I'm like, no, just games were... to a certain extent, games were just harder back when I was a kid. Like, I will say a couple things here, in my own defense. The checkpoints were horrible in, like, all old games. Okay, just, you know what? Just blow that up. Here, heal you all. No one die. Don't die. They all die at exactly the same time. Oh god, look at them all over there. Just slaughtering us. Okay, we're gonna need another turret, and I'll put that there, and then we will go back into the clan shrine. This is not going well at all. Let's just produce a lot of cheap bodies to get in the way. Jesus. Might need to camp this out for a minute, man. I guess we could go back, but is there really anything we could do with gold? Yeah, we could exchange gold for souls here. More or less, if we just kind of like tiptoe our turrets up, I suppose we could get something on them, because... unless if there's another soul fountain in the back here that I just totally missed for this mission. There are a lot of like hidden items throughout these missions, I find, that if you just do a little bit of exploring, although it's tricky to explore in the first place. Alright, so let's just go ahead and try to, maybe if we... I'm just thinking, because, yeah, we have 3 turrets there. Okay, so we'll put like 1 salient turret up in the front, in case if anything should go awry. And then we'll have enough gold in the background so that we could just pay for that. We need money to pay for things. Oh god, what are they doing? Okay, good. They are spreading themselves between our 2 turrets. Excellent. Okay, it was the desired result here. What are they fighting over here? I guess we'll just go further south. Gotta use your eyes though, man, you know? Just a lot of ruins over here. I don't really care about more ruins right now, though. Not really an attack command either, just sort of like a waypoint. Alright, I'm thinking it's time that we unlock and get a drummer out, just because I need somebody to heal people. Oh, cool, and there's also healing upgrades. That adds a point to getting so much damn gold. Cool, so I suppose that we can heal people faster then. Yeah, give me a drummer. Keep my boys alive. Just the simplicity of these games is, like, perfect. There's what you got right there. So there is an enemy just, like, pooping on us from afar. Right, I'm thinking if we get maybe, like, 1 or 2 healers to every one of the other guys. Yeah, let's just get pit bosses. I mean, if that is what we excel at, we might as well. What else are we doing here? Okay, pit boss takes them out. That gives us 9 out of 10, and we got some heavy melee. What is there left to do here? Alright, fight them at our turrets, though. Run away. No, I guess we don't want to do that. I just realized how difficult it is to get out of combat in this game. You basically can't tell your troops to, like, disengage or something like that. Although the healer seems to be doing better than I thought he would in combat, so maybe I'll even make another one of those. I think we are just getting slammed by this giant pig man, though, so let's run away from here. Oh, we're actually going to have to take direct control and run away. No, run away, people. No, don't go that way. Why would you fight that? Just keep running back. Okay, I've got to get some souls here and, like, regroup my army, otherwise we're gonna die. Alright, I totally messed up this mission. There was another soul fountain, like, right next to where we started that I missed, which made this way harder. But I've now unlocked a vision rune and another rune. What is it? Okay, here we go. I can just totally nuke this guy from over here, and I'm just going to kind of presume him dead, so that is the giant boar. Although we can go ahead. These runes are so cheap. I should have done this before. I'm still in the tutorial area, man. Let's go ahead back over to here and just look at what else they've got. Okay, we'll just nuke the rest of them. And then, whoop, do it. There we go. Alright, so that should probably take out the remainder of whatever troops were over there. Take out these guys before we even have enough souls now to just do whatever we want. And then, okay, just run in, and I think that there will be another turret over here. Oh, you aren't dead. Can I get vision on that guy? Oh, Jesus, look at this thing, man. That's not okay. Look at that. How do you survive that? Does anyone survive? This thing is so overpowered. Oh, God. It's like a machine gun of icicles. Not even icicles, just whatever that is. Okay, we already have a drummer. Okay, I'm getting a Titan, and then beyond that, let's just get a lot of these strong melee units. These are pretty good. And then we'll get, I guess the drummer is dead. And we'll just use whatever else we can. Okay, take back control of you. And then, nope. Okay, they've already gone into combat. Nope, just continue, never mind. Oh well, alas. Alright, I will just swipe the rest of them. Man, they really spawn a lot of units in this mission. Forgot about that. If we take over their soul fountain, though, this thing is going to end in a second. Okay, let me go into bash. I think I just have to destroy their huts so that they can't produce units anymore. Man, look at that. I guess our contraptions must be pretty strong, though, too. Fortunately, this is the first tribe we get, and they are a rather cool one. The others after this get to be a little bit kind of out there, you know, PlagueSpitters. Or whatever they are. Alright, cool. That's one soul fountain. I believe there is one more, so what was that objective? Okay, so cool, we've destroyed everything. Oh, sweet, alright, that was it. I think the next one is going to be the big Hellfire mission. Alright, so we've made it to Grax's fortress. Games didn't last as long as they do nowadays. I mean, diligent Grax and his kinmen may have been beaten, but they're certainly not broken. Okay, so we've chased him back to his fortress. Is this, I always have, like, a horrible recollection of this, because it took me forever to, like, get through these missions when I was a kid. I think I'm just gonna go full range to start, seeing as they were using explosives the last time. Good. Our soul fountain is located in a much safer place this time. And what do we have access to? Still just our normal charts. I think I'm not gonna go so hard on the turrets this time. We'll just kind of turtle it, explore a lot of the map. We'll go wide, and then we'll go, bigger. By the way, I haven't had on any... Hang on a second. Scout has been spotted near our base, probing our defenses. Prepare for attack. Yeah, so they will do a little bit of back and forth attack. Ah, cool. It always made me want to play Magic the Gathering. I have a Krenko deck. Oh, it's just the best. It's not a very, like, good deck, but it's very fun. And that is a good reason to play it. Oh, man. Just goblins everywhere. Like, thousands of goblins. For your comp. This was such a, like, a great time to grow up in, man. Like, you know, I guess just reflecting back a little bit. I remember back at, many of you guys know I used to teach middle school, and I remember back when I was teaching, my class was really into Fortnite. They were really into, like, streamers and Ninja in particular, and I was like, oh, wow. But this is the thing that has come out. I didn't even realize. Like... You didn't play on a console. I think there was one kid in the class who would yell at another kid like, hey, are we gonna go play Xbox? And I'm like, oh god. There's some things that I just get old for. You know, even when I was like 23 and 24 when I was teaching, which doesn't really seem old, but I remember, like, there were some things that I would say and I would be like, oh, do you remember this? And it would be like, nothing. Like 5 years go by, and the stuff that kids like is just so outdated to... Anyway, what am I trying to say? I was always kind of wondering, because, like, how do they preserve the memory, you know? So I wonder what form that'll take as time goes on. Because I can always just go back and... I mean, I'm playing this on a backwards I have to, like, run some crazy old technology to play this, and I'm pretty careful with the old consoles. I try not to overdo it with them, but... Yeah, I'm like, how will I go back and relive some stuff? Although I guess it's already been 20 years since this game will make... No one will have nostalgia for this game in another... Like, I'm probably already the only one who has nostalgia for it, but... And a select few, if you've made it to this point in the video. This is one of those games where I'm playing it just for me. I don't think anyone really has this memory. There's just a few games on my list the last couple of years where I've been like, I really want to play this game, this super obscure game that no one is going to care about. The other ones that I did, but I played them on my own because I just felt like they weren't really going to be very interesting visually, were the SSX games, which are just really, really cool snowboarding. There were so many good extreme sports games out back when I was a boy. I guess if we get a healer right now, that's going to be kind of like an investment in the preservation of our tribe. Let's also give everybody better defensive items. Cool, okay. We want to avoid having to spend too much money on stuff, you know? Ah, cool, so we found another soul fountain. Okay, so this strategy is more or less paying off. But we've got to get some kind of turret here, because they do appear to be scouting our base. And if we let that go for too long, then... nah, that won't end well. Although, oh, they are back. They are there. That's not great. Okay, we just totally left the base unprotected, and we didn't even capture the soul fountain in time, and we can't separate our units out, but I don't want to lose my Hall of Titans. I do believe if you do, though, you can always just rebuild, but I think it costs some dough. Alright, here we go. Somehow I remember the last mission being harder for me as a kid, though. This mission, they do just kind of straight up tell you, like, this is going to be a tough one, boys. Saddle in. Right, here we go. We can almost afford a Titan, and we're already at 10 out of 10 units. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Why not? How much is a Titan? 140. Okay, yeah, I'll take it. Sweet. So we get an early Titan in this mission. Let's tell our troops to follow us. I guess technically, if we wanted to, we could command the units to go someplace else. But I don't really want to lose the Titan because of how expensive it is. Let's just have everybody go out together. Yeah, like a blob strategy for RTS games, you know? You heard it here. Ah, the green splatter of enemies' blood is just so, like, beautifully old school, man. I should just be eating these guys, not even... There we go. Alright, cool. So we got the soul fountain. Let's get the rune area as well. Did we unlock that? We just say... Okay, great. Heal and firestorm. Funny, we don't get the vision one yet. I guess we have to, like, go get that. Alright, we desperately need gold. Here, take back control of you. Cool, so they'll take that thing out. And then they're going to follow me around. I got 17. I need 40 for a turret. I would just like to have one turret back there. Oh wow, I totally did not expect... his defenses seem unusually light. Oh, he's blowing something up. Oh god, why is the, like, recharge rate on this? Man. Oh, there he is. Actually, Grox himself on top of the hill. Or Grax. Yeah, that thing. Search the lower ruins. There must be a way to foil that infernal. They always just give away the answer so obviously in this. Okay, so we'll go through these ruins first. Probably we'll get a vision rune here, and then we'll use that. Oh god, man, my ogre really is not that strong at all. Okay, first thing I want to do, very first thing, is just get a turret in front of our base. And let's put it slightly, like, next to this thing. So that they will start attacking the building, but they'll also get distracted by the turret, you know what I mean? Alright, 22. My drummer must still be alive. Think I'm still gonna go with rock throwers for a while. Did anybody survive over there? Okay, we'll keep fighting out this area. If we can get a vision rune, though, then we should be able to destroy that catapult on top of the hill. You see what I'm saying? Like, we'll kind of sacrifice a bit of the life of our... Yeah, there we go. So they just kind of run in, throwing caution to the wind. Okay, we got killed over here. Hey, you actually survived a pretty long time. Impressive, impressive. Cool, so we've kind of automated the defenses over in this section. I want to still focus on just resource collection because it's going to be a while before we manage to... Let's just go around in the area around here and not even try to fight their bases. We'll just, Oh, who is... Man, they've really got good range. Just keep collecting gold. Keep collecting gold. Only go for them once we're fully upgraded, right? Like, what's the point of doing it otherwise? Yeah, just we're fighting smaller groups of enemies too, and they aren't, like, replenishing from here. Yeah, all that nostalgia, man. I guess the one thing that happens is if you ever watch any, like, Linus Tech Tip videos where they go into all the, like, the preservation of old consoles and stuff, you start to become super paranoid, like, oh no, what if the pins on my Game Boy Color games start to wear out? There's so many things out there about this, or like disc rot. Got into this recently, and I'd gotten back into like collecting old games a few years ago. I'd done so much indie gaming that I was like, you know what? I kind of want to go back to stuff that really, and don't get me wrong, like, I think digital is great. I think it's done amazing things. I think that the whole world of choice in gaming is better than it ever had been when I was a kid. And games last longer. I think you get a lot out of it. I know that, like, bigger publishers kind of, like, well, gaming has just gotten to be a bigger business ever since I was a kid. Like, projects used to be smaller, kind of, you know, this will sound bad, but there was more love put into projects, and now it's like, you know, it is an industry, and it's kind of natural that it's gone that way. I mean, what else was it gonna do, I guess? But there are still indies and stuff like that, so I do love digital. Anyway, that is to say that this whole era of gaming is just something that will probably never really happen again. The one thing that gives me a lot of joy, I suppose, that you'll still experience these things are things like, well, smaller indie dev teams can now tackle bigger projects on their own now because they don't have to, you know, make a game engine and, like, have some genius behind the project anymore. No, you could just use Unity. Just look at all the amazing projects that people come out with. Man, we're really getting a lot of gold from this. It's fantastic. Ooh. Let me just go upgrade these guys really fast in here. Weapon upgrade, and then we'll do armor upgrade in a minute. Ooh. They do appear to be coming out of these buildings. I think this is getting a little bit be a thorn in our side. Let's just let them... I probably could have direct controlled one of these guys to just kind of, like, pew that base. I guess I could get a pit boss. Let's just get 10 pit bosses, or 9, and a healer, actually. Okay, cool. This should be a super strong squad. Let's see how the healer does with these guys. They probably have a lot more health. Maybe we'll even go in as the healer? Yep, I guess all I'm really doing is just drumming as he does that. Never mind. Just go normal command style. Never mind. Still kind of scouring over here. Let's keep a good radius away from that hill, man. Yeah, see, here we go. So, like, there's already more since we started going this way. So the drummer is... The drummer is doing a horrible job, man. Everyone's just dead over there. Let's just take out their spawners first. Cool, okay, now their spawners are down. 36, okay, we still don't have enough for that. We still don't have enough for that. Just keep spawning more of them. Cool. Maybe it would. No, I'm gonna save it for the runes. Okay, now go straight for the base. Every little sound effect in these games is just so, like... Man. You know, I think a case in point here, I don't know if you remember this game from that time, Star Wars Republic Commando, there were all these interviews in the game, and one of them was with the Foley artist, about how she had used, like, actual slices of orange or something like that to make the sound of the Trandoshans in the game with their footsteps. There's just so much love put into these old projects. Actually, come to think of it, although the one thing that now is better that you don't have back then, I don't want to. It's kind of like apples and oranges. Not like everything was so much better when I was a kid. Although the one nice part is that you can quickly go back and load up a game. Now you have all these like sound effects libraries, like For example, like in video creation, I use Epidemic Sound, and I could just get any sound effect by typing it in for 2 seconds. Ooh, yes, another soul fountain. Oh, that's the stuff. I do believe we need to wait to get the, whoops, that was a defend command, and we did not actually get that soul fountain. There we go. Cool. Alright, let's go back. You can kind of zoom over to your map over here, but, you know, the map is already pretty obnoxiously large. Nothing wrong with that. I love naturally, I love an obnoxiously large map. Speaking of which, there's nothing like pulling out a good atlas, you know? Back in my day, they made atlases better. Not like the cheap ones they make today. I was actually seeing a thing about this recently with, like, younger folks, reflecting on this with Minecraft. How they were, like, disenchanted with the new updates to Minecraft and how they missed the old Minecraft experience and how they could reload the game. Although you can still get access to that. A lot of these libraries are great. Like, for example, I guess the main game I've done, Project Zomboid. You can always just load up an old version of it, which that is kind of a treat, too, of early access. Like the super old versions of Zomboid. I should do that for a video. Go look back at the old versions. Back when Zomboid used to be good. I'm such a card, man. Are you even allowed to call yourself a card? I feel like that's vain. Then I'm vain. I'm vain. I am a card. I'm a whole stack of cards. 191. Let's see. Go back to the clan shrine. Oh, something about that clan shrine, man. Just really gets me going. I know that it's, I suppose it's like kind of bad gameplay design. Like it should be easier to just quickly go through a radial menu. Like hovering over your base. But there's something about going into the building, man, you know? Like it wasn't, it was the perfect split screen RTS that they created. No one has ever created a greater split screen RTS. But if they have, and I don't know about it, leave a comment, man. I want to know about it. Actually, there are some pretty great old undiscovered gems like this. I think just the fact that I played it as a kid makes the memory even sweeter. Alright, so these do appear to be spawners. Capture his catapult. Fight your way to the gates at Grax's fortress. Okay, so basically the catapult is confirmed bad guy here. Once we take out the rest of these... Whoops. We take out the rest of these fortresses. And yet still no vision stone. What is that mysterious hole in the middle? Jeez, man. Alright, seeing as the last large pig basically just wrecked my clan in an instant, I am naturally nervous about going up there. Although I could probably just ram titans into this thing now, considering that we've got a third soul fountain captured and they don't appear to be making any moves on these things. I do believe that enemies get just a little bit more active in some of the future missions. We're still kind of in the... I kind of think of this whole part as a glorified tutorial, just because... it is the first mission. This is a baby mission, actually. I don't know where I'm going with this. Why am I so full of self-loathing? What is wrong? Alright, let's just continue. All that aside, I need to go speak to a therapist, perhaps. So then I will... I've tried to avoid doing that. Occasionally there is just a VOD where I just, like, basically brain vomit. It is a help. It is a help. At times. When I can't afford healthcare. But so be it. So that is healthcare, and it's just people talking about themselves on Twitch or YouTube. By the way, the reason I'm not actually... I've been kind of on and off with Twitch lately. I've been going through some weird stuff. One of my legs has just had like the weirdest thing where which disclaimer before all this, I'm not like so I'm not so if I finally have regular health care this year. It took me a long enough. The one not so sweet part about being an amazing gaming YouTuber is the fact that you have to figure out your entire living situation, especially living in the US where we don't have socialized healthcare and stuff like that. Took me like a couple years to move and figure all this stuff out so that I could get a good living situation, but rest assured I'm taking actual care of myself right now. Do as I say, not as I do. All that being said, DIY shamanism aside. Okay, here we go. This is the catapult. I'm just gonna do this. Oh god, it's not even hitting me at all. Oh, wait, we didn't even... Never mind. Wow, there's like no resistance here. That's a shame, honestly. Let's go and send our people in, but I think I'm just gonna buy some runes here. We got healing, but let's just use pure destruction in this moment. And we will use that to just destroy all of their buildings. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, now that there's, like, pretty much no resistance left. Cool. Alright, they are no longer spawning arrow boys. Arrow gruts. Oh, we can literally just control the catapult. That is pretty crazy. So there's his fortress over there. Oh, look, we can totally just bring in the catapult. This thing is insane. Is it on fire and about to be destroyed, or is it just me? Oh, God. Maybe I don't want to advance this thing up so far. Hang on a second. Why am I stuck doing this? Okay, there is 0 resistance here. No, there is a little bit. All right. Can I actually even aim this thing? No, I guess we just kind of fire indiscriminately into the distance. Alright, there is Grax himself, right? Nasty Grommel, nasty Scone Stresser, Hellfire Clan Kilga. I don't know if it really ever became clear here, but yeah, the reason he's fighting us, I'm pretty sure, is because he thinks that we're the ones who killed Phraziel. And we're looking for the bad guy here. I mean, their people are just going to kind of join our clan after this is all over, so... It is what it is. Okay, I'm going to bombard you all with fire. Cool. Oh god, there are quite a lot of them there. Hang on a second, I need to go buy more fire runes. Hang on a second, I need to go up their stat. That is a lot of goblins. Where do they all come from? Jeez. God, this is the most, like, dysfunctional catapult. Never mind. Alright, I'll just blow up the rest of you. Am I even supposed to fight any of these, or is this one of those, like... God, this is like playing Dead Rising, man. There's just so many of them. Right, I'll get another... I've already got a healer out there, never mind. Stand corrected. Alright, I will just throw everything I can at them. Maybe even another... Nope, I don't have enough money, never mind. Anyway, yeah, I've been going through like a weird kind of leg issue where I can't really sit at the computer for a very long time. So I've been, otherwise it kind of acts up. I was doing fine last year, it's kind of moving around. Anyway, I finally managed to go see like, get appointments to go see like an orthopedist or a neurologist or something like that, but anyway, it is like slightly awkward to have tons of monitors, so I'm basically just playing this at a TV. Oh god, look at that. Oh, that is so satisfying, though, man. Although, like, insta-die right there. Okay, heal thyselves. Hang on a moment. We do not have enough money anymore. Okay, use a damage rune right there, and I don't even have time to look at it, but... Whoops, enter, and healer. Okay, just give me more of these guys. I do have a lot of dough saved up now. Alright, just keep sending in more lives. Cool, one more. Whoops, alright, cool. Oh, you can even have them follow the thing when he's... Ah. I think... Wait a minute. Do I have a unit that's just like... Stress? Yeah, you stressing, man. Look at you. I've had 2 guys who are just... Oh, my drummer is there too. No. Okay, cool. So we finally got the whole Hellfire clan killed. I guess that was the last of them coming out of their base. Tear the fortress to the ground. Oh, cool. So Grommel's actually going to go in. Grommel's actually kind of a badass, man. It will be done. Cool. So now we get the pit boss. All right, so he's going to go in and fight Grax for himself, and I do believe we get another one of those sweet cutscenes here. Oh, I miss game saves being so, like, evident. You know, please don't turn off the console. I know you want to right now. Tee-hee, Brother Grommel, come for me. God, this guy is a certified psychopath. Grax, where are you hiding? Oh, I think he's gonna blow the place up. Show yourself, I wish it... Yeah, so Grommel's, like, actually kind of stoic. Treacherous, evil Grommel. Treacherous, me? Okay, Grax is gonna try to kill me because he thinks that I killed Phraziel. Oh, man, doesn't this make you want to play the World of Warcraft TCG? Oh, we don't even get the end of that sweet cutscene. Oh, that was such a cutscene, man. Alright, so now... I guess Grax is, I literally just teleported away because he forgot that I had the ability to just... Great, Frox. So what happened? Did I teleport here? So we're at the Stormbringer clan now, I believe this is. Oh, and that must be their leader up there. Fane. You trespassed in Stormbringer. So these guys were responsible for channeling lightning. I promise you we mean no harm. We have only come to... Classic. If he just let him finish the sentence. Did he want it for himself? Further infiltrate. I don't want to spoil the ending. Into lands will be seen as an act of aggression. Okay, so he doesn't want us in their lands. Like, this is our business. We've been warned. Crush you, Fane. If you insist on doing things the hard way, we have no choice but to accommodate. Okay, so goblins are naturally abrasive people. So now we have access to 2 clans, which has actually doubled our unit count, which is great, because it was a little quiet before. Now you control the Hellfire clan. This is actually the first one. Can we... I think we can have only 1 Titan at a time. Wait, actually there may be more involving the left trigger here. Oh yeah, we can also... Yeah, okay, so we can have them follow along with each other, because we're gonna, like, be setting just a ton of waypoints. We'll get, I believe, up to 3 clans at once. I'm not sure, you might... Do you have a mission where you command 4? I don't remember. Hellfire clan is pretty good because they're specializing, obviously, in ranged. Not sure if we get access to the upgraded ones here, though. Oh, I guess we actually weren't upgrading our ranged attack with the stone cutters before. Alright, so no real defense to speak of. I don't see why we would even get lumberjacks at all in this. Let's just totally go for Hellfire archers in this. Fantastic. Okay, so now we have... Hang on a second. I may need to, like, read that tooltip again. But yeah, basically we're just going to spam telling all the clans to kind of follow each other. So we do have a... What do we have? Multiple clans. Wait a second. Direct control of clan. You can still issue orders for the clan this... Oh! I get it. Yep. Okay, so if you decide to take direct control of one clan... We'll release the left trigger, and the clan will be sent in motion. Follow, yeah, what I really need is... So if we do... Oh, I guess that's all for, like, when we're in direct... So we'll just kind of command them separately, like an RTS. And I honestly like this better. It is more or less the equivalent of command groups. As you know, probably, if you press, like, Control 1 through 0 on your keyboard in a lot of RTS games. You'll get to control the units separately. So this actually makes it into sort of like a PC game now. It's more or less like a glorified action game before, and now truly experience the glory of consoleized RTS. More or less. Oh god, why are you using a chainsaw to cut down a rock? Cut down a rock, everyone. That's what we're gonna do today. So just all of the Goblin clans have gotten horribly messed up into this giant civil war. So anyway, this is more or less the embodiment of the stupid plot line. No, I love the plot line. I love it when it was just simple like this, you know? Speaking of which, I don't know, I guess I've been comparing these more to indie games, because these were, like, smaller. I suppose this would have been, like, a smaller project. Yeah, we'll go with that. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just gonna say it. Okay, cool. So we can already upgrade our Hellfire bows. Nice to get good ranged units so early on. But yeah, like, they didn't... There was something about the scripting in these games and the story that was just right. You know, like, it wasn't too much, it wasn't too little. I'll see this occasion, actually more often than I'd care to admit, with a lot of indies where they'll, like, really do a heavy hand on story and writing. And that's not really what the game's about. Like, nobody cares about your story. Isn't that the first lesson? Trying to think of exceptions to this. I guess there are a few notable exceptions, but... Alright, I'll stop being a snoot now. Strange structure ahead. Okay, a moon gate. Here we go. Teleportation. Trying to think of how we can actually really make use of this on our own. So far we haven't really even fought anyone. Okay, here we go. So we don't have a soul fountain yet. Where is the soul fountain? I don't like that. So first we have to tune our clans to their magic. Find the observatory. Oh, okay, so we need to, like, steal their magic before we do this. Is this the observatory? Is this the... No. I'm not gonna go there, so... Very cool, though. Man, nice weather here we're getting. Ooh, cool. New rune. Let's find out what it does. Why do I feel like it's going to shoot them with lightning? Hence Stormbringer clan, right? That would make sense. Oh, gosh. 2 paths. Where should... No, I think I'll keep my men together. Where are the goblin women? Oh, wait. No, they were all created by... I didn't really get the plot. We don't have to care about the plot. It's just a cool game about... Yeah, that's what it is, though. It doesn't take itself too seriously, and all the dialogue amounts to just kind of like, ugh, you know? That's the stuff. Can't get through the gate. We'll have to find a way around it. We always have to find a way around everything in here. We have found the moon gate. No, it's a trap. I guess how else would you create obstacles in this? Speaking of which, the Halo Wars campaign... I don't even know, just crazy that you miss those days back when RTS games, strategy games used to have a campaign, though. That was what people would talk about years later, you know. Something about it. Something about it. I know it's probably just a massive waste of time in game dev now. Back in the good old days when everything was worse and we liked it more and we weren't as picky. Maybe I've changed. Okay, here we go. Tune ourselves to their magic, we must defend the structures of the Blue Moon Trist. Comes full 4 times. Okay, so there's like a whole moon thing going on. We have to wait for 4 full moons, so I guess that'll be like 112 days. What, 28? Yeah, 28 days times 4, right? I can do math too, bro. I'm receiving a text. Everything is good. Not an emergency. Alright. Okay, so, ritual... Oh, no. It only takes 6 minutes for 4 moons to go by. What planet are they on? It's rotating. Again. High speed. I don't know. I guess damage, since it has an arrow on it still, that's probably going to still improve our... Well, our damage, right? Good, we have access to a soul fountain now. Oh, so we have to defend 2 structures with 2 groups of units. How will we ever cope with this? Oh no! Oh god, why? Not like this. Okay, hang on a second. Let me go back to my Stone Crusher base. I've really not put any resources into the... Oh god, why? Alright, let's just make a bunch of... whatever that. Just any unit. Literally anything. Okay. Let's have the Hellfire look around a little bit. I can, fortunately, coordinate my actions better than I was able to as a child. Blue Moon is full for the first time. Cool. Couple more. I'm not too worried about the Hellfire clan. They're pretty good at dealing damage, so I don't think they'll hurt themselves too bad. So we're just gonna kind of hang out over there. I guess we'll keep the heal for the Hellfire since they're so far away from the base now, though. You guys are getting kind of far off from it, but I guess... Okay, there's just another moon gate over there. And we'll just harvest a couple more resources. Doesn't look like it's going too hard on me either for destroying these things. Alright, good. More sources of gold. Yes, arrows destroy rocks. That makes logical sense. Maybe they're explosive arrows. There we go. Yeah, increased my buy-in. I don't have any more turrets. Field a couple more archers, and then... I'll unlock a pit boss. Increase the damage. So now we can kind of specialize by clan. And this is bringing new ideas. I think I'm just going to wait for the end of this ritual, though, because 3 minutes is a while. Alright, we've just about wrapped up the ritual. Hellfire clan actually pulled their weight. The tuning process is complete. Now we can capture both the observatory and the master moon gate for our own. I assume that we don't now have to defend these. Wait a minute. Hang out there for a second. Respond to our presence. So can we just teleport in beyond the... Hang on a minute. Okay, so if we bring our Stone Crusher clan over here... Oh, cool. Structure is not available until the... Aww. Oh, that's all that it wanted to tell me. Okay. Capture the Master Moon Gate, so now we... I have to figure out where I'm going now. Oh, no, cool. We can do it. Never mind. We capture the Master Moon Gate. So we just have to stand around it. Use the power of... We've captured a command post. To crush the vital Stormbringer clan. Cool. Okay, so now we can just teleport everyone in there, I presume. So we don't have to defend this anymore. The ability to instantly teleport the clans of anyone that's... All goblins can just teleport. Goblins. Capture a Master Moon Gate. Once captured all... There we go. Same color will become accessible to teleport to that clan to that location. Okay, so basically we can get to them. After by the moon rate. Mages tied to the power of the 5 moons. The technology behind them was rediscovered and put to use by the... Wow, fantastic. Great that they're making such innovative use of it. Cool. Okay, let's have everyone go over to it. I do believe some of our people are now spawning over there, right? Okay, yeah, there they go. So, awesome. Hellfire clan is going that way, too? Okay, so they can hang out over there, and then we just send them here? Does that work like I predicted? Well, no, I mean, they just kind of seem to be... Oh, wait, are you guys able to actually get to this thing? Nope, you just hang out there. Never mind, then. All right, go back and do it right. Oh, that's how it works. Okay, so you just have to click on the moon gate. All right, well, this is a very powerful army now. Hang on a second, let me just go upgrade these... I was going to say storm cloaks. Upgrade the storm cloaks. My god, Skyrim has really invaded all of my dreams. I kind of want to destroy the other side of that gate before we do anything else. Like if there's a structure over here that's responsible for that. Just because it's slightly annoying to have to go back and re-teleport them. Re-teleport, man. Who am I even? So much of the gold. I think that'll be enough to afford these 2 upgrades, and... Nice. Fortunately, they don't really attack our base in this one, but I kind of prefer it when the missions are like a true RTS rather than just kind of like running errands in an enemy area. It seems like you have 2 lead-up missions where it's like, ooh, here is, I guess, a little bit predictable game design there. We find machine that's connected to the nearby gate. Must be generated. No, there's nothing wrong with predictable either. If we destroy it, we destroy the gate. Okay, cool. So there is literally a power line here. Nice. All right. Which gate was that connected to? Okay, cool. So that was that one. I guess we just get the rest of our upgrades too. And I feel like that was in every RTS game. You could just buy all the upgrades in every RTS game, made your weapons glow gold in the end for the most powerful upgrade. Why does that feel like it was such a frequent thing? Actually, I don't really need you guys together for this. You guys can go up here. We'll multitask a bit. I'm confident in the strength of the Hellfire clan in particular. God, I sound like such a geek. I am. I'm playing Goblin Commander, man. It's a great game. It's a great time. Okay, you know what? Use the storm cloak ability. Whatever it is. I guess that's a shield. Yeah, it looks like my guys are getting some kind of shield. Some kind of shield. That was awfully specific of me. Can I use the giant boar that shoots cat? No, I can't, unfortunately. Okay, cool. We got to their shrine. This is their, Okay, so then these are their spawners. This is what we want to go for. Yep. Yep. Alright. I think we are now maxed out on goblins, and we don't have to use the, other commands anymore. Let's see if we can just get sight lines on the... No? Alright, I will just use this lightning strike on their home base. Wouldn't it be a shame if your house were struck by lightning? Oh, that's the stuff. Man, their glyph kind of reminds me of the Stonehearth Glogo. A word that will live on in infamy. Alright, so what is our current objective? Use the moon gate. Okay, so destroy all their clan shrines. Shrines. Clan shrines. So many, like, compound words in this game, man. Still learning to read. I can sound out most of the basic letters now. Yikes. What am I doing? Okay, so that gets me back to the base. Oh, and that bottom button. It's interesting how they chose to, like, distribute the controls. You know, D-pad, objective, hint, go to base, and go to conflict. Honestly, pretty streamlined. Considering that no one had attempted this before. Okay, there's definitely other examples where people had attempted, like, an RTS for console, but... Oh. Oh, look at that. Look at that. I think we have a third one because the best things come in threes. That's the stuff. No, we don't actually have to replenish. God, I forgot that the max unit count was 10. How did they still manage to make a good game with 10? I don't even think we need to do anymore. I think we can just go straight for their clan shrine. Here we go. Alright, Wu-Tang. So what is their glyph, anyway? Bring honor to our clans. Now, fastest runners, we must erect a base into the adjacent mountains. Okay, so I guess that's the end of the mission. I'm trying to remember what the Stormbringer is actually good at. Like, magic, obviously. Okay, here we go. Now we are just... Ooh. The joy of directly controlling a goblin is intense. All right, so now we've got Grax's Hellfire Goblins doing our scouting for us. Grommel. The front runners should have had ample time to construct our clan home. Counting on you to make contact in it. So we just play Hellfire this time? No worry. Teehee, yeah, Grommel can count on. Cool! Swearing the allegiance of many peoples. I am like Caesar. Support group to sustain efforts just in case we encounter unforeseen. I don't believe in your clan as... Actually, I believe more in the Hellfire clan. Grommel. His language sounds so cool. In it, bruv. Oh god, a mission where we start out with literally only 3 goblins. What could possibly go wrong? I kinda like that, though. Oh, cool, we got access to the, This one's basically shooting a cannon, right? Ooh. That's the stuff. Alright, what else have we got? We've got a scout this time. How would we really use the scout, though? I guess we could directly control it. Nah, not really much to do. 2 bad gobbies ahead. They look like they waiting. They must be sentries. Ooh, signal tower. Let's somehow alert their clan. What do we do? Do with them whatever happens. They must not like... Okay, so don't let them get to the thing. I somehow feel like that's just gonna happen. Where were they again? Hang on a minute. Oh, did they just light it? Acolyte, can't we rest? It's obvious no one has passed this way in some time. Oh, what a convenient time for this to happen. No, Conjurer, go rest. Suppose, but wait, what was that? Okay, so we just snipe him. Oh, so cool. Did it in cutscene. Great work. Now the path should be clear for it. Oh, I loved, like, immersive RTS cutscenes. They just don't do that anymore. I mean, it really doesn't sell games, but something about it, you know. That's the stuff. I wonder sometimes if this is just me and my channel, like, because I just have, like, kind of a crotchety enjoyment of old games. Like, everything was better back when I was a kid. Because it was. Inflation wasn't as bad. Okay, there's one. There's one. The purchasing value of the dollar. All right. Okay, I'll go with that. But then, to be fair, better when we didn't even have any technology. We've had some good stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I think I've just branded doing poorly designed games from yesteryear. Nah, I mean, actually, the one thing that I'll say I've noticed that is consistently really beautiful about old games that you don't always get anymore is there are some things about, like, the soundtracking of, like, a fully orchestrated score. It's so much effort to go to, and I see why game devs don't do anymore. Think about how much effort that is. It's so hard, rather than just make a couple tracks that are very engaging and very good for a game, you know? But it's something you rarely see as much anymore, I feel like. Proportionately to the number of games being made. It does still exist, but something to me that has seemed very consistent about a lot of the old games that I go back to is a memorable, like, very hummable soundtrack. Also, they were being created at a time when games were, especially handhelds, graphics were getting so much better every year. Like 3 years after this, we had Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare, which had great graphics for its time. Still, they hold up pretty well. Rebuild our clan home. Only then we use the moon gates to destroy the... Okay, cool, so we can rebuild our clan bases. No one is here. I'm just collecting the gold. Let's stop wasting time here. We'll go. Man, love a narrative moment before everything. So I guess use the Master Moongate to attack the Stormbringer clan's positions. Okay, so we've got to basically build these for all our gold. Do we actually have any way of getting souls right now, though? I suppose we do get souls if we, like, kill an enemy, though, right? That's the stuff. Alright, I've got to go set up my clan here for a second. Okay, so I've actually failed the mission. Everyone died, and I spent too many souls before we got any soul fountains. So kind of cool that there's actually something at stake, and now they're all teleporting to my base to kill me. Very fun. But anyway, I have to go fix this. Okay, I have totally reapproached my assessment of this challenge. Basically, I had too many costly units, or really not enough units altogether. But too few of them, and they were too costly, that is to say, before we could secure any kind of soul fountain whatsoever. So we do need that soul fountain. I would like to find that greatly right now, except that I seem to be stuck in a cutscene. So it's just going to be a matter of searching out through the area for the in a steady radius for the thing I need. Capture and hold all 4 soul. Yeah, we just don't get one for this mission, so I kind of like that, you know, like we don't get those renewable resources. Every life lost is a danger. That is scary. That is pretty scary, honestly, but we lost another life. 2 lost already. I guess this is just really a good reason to use runes, but let's look up in places where it looks like a rune stone or a soul fountain would be, you know? Like, if I were a soul fountain, where would I be? In the meantime, wait a minute, 46. Oh, you know, we've actually... I'm just realizing this. We've been getting souls from our enemies. I mean, that does make sense, logically. Logically? Actually? So let's just keep buying cheap units. The cheap units seem to be for the best here. Hang on a second. If we go here, get you. Okay, so cool. We're actually above our amount in souls. Man, they can just insta-teleport to these things. That's great. Love that. In the meantime, though, I guess getting a little bit more gold wouldn't hurt, just so we could keep these actual units alive if we're... This seems to be pretty much the theme here in every mission, is like, ooh, it's a puzzle. It's kind of like, I was gonna say Lemmings. It's got a little bit of a Lemmings vibe to it. It's been a while since I last played Lemmings. When I was a kid, I thought the Lemmings were just... I think it sends out a bad message to kids. Like, these fictional creatures will just launch themselves to their death. Like, why don't they show... They showed no sign of stopping, honestly. It was, Lemmings maybe should have been rated M. I loved it, though. Don't get me wrong. Don't get it twisted. I'd play Lemmings any day. If you don't know what Lemmings... Okay, look up Lemmings if you don't know what Lemmings is. It's nothing weird. It's just a game about creatures who don't really have any will to protect themselves, and they will gladly walk off the map edge to their doom. And honestly, like, considering the fact that they don't have any control of those impulses, maybe they deserved it. I don't really feel as though I'm ready to contemplate the seamy philosophical underbelly of Lemmings, though, today. That is perhaps a project for another day. In the meantime, I guess it's just a search for these soul fountains. I mean, all the attrition, we're pretty much getting the souls back as long as our guys are stronger. Here we go. Enemy turrets, super OP. Okay, let's see what happens when we use our lightning against them. Oh, ho, ho. Unless if we got this underneath there. I don't even know what this is. Let's use this power, though. It's too bad we can't really use 2 of these things at once. Although the God, what am I saying? The Hellfire clan seems great for taking out turrets. I think we could continue using them for that express purpose. Let's go ahead, just because now we're kind of starting to run out of people. I want to range up twice. We have to be super careful right now. Oh, when I just said be super careful, and then we totally weren't. Alright, teleport there. Go here. And then let's just make you guys all into, like, super units. If we couldn't find a soul fountain over there, I'm just guessing it's right behind us, right? Hang on a second, I'm gonna find this. Okay, finally, we managed to locate a soul fountain all the way on the southern edge of the map over here, which was odd, because there were so many obstacles in the way, but So I can't quite figure out these red and blue ones. I guess that's like some sort of... I don't really know. I'm not even going to try to make a prediction. I'll find out in 20 minutes. But, okay, we have a renewable source of souls now. We do not have a Hall of Titans, unfortunately. We could go over there, though. Alright, this is a bit of like a hunt, this map. One thing I will say is that Hellfire Clan, MVPs. Very long range, very good damage. And you can basically poke anything with these guys without really like the risk of getting into serious combat. So I think I will fully upgrade their damage and just continue to use them for scouts. I mean, I would like to think that we as Stone Crushers are better than everyone, but I think sadly it's just not the case. And people are attacking my base. Alright, I'm out for a second. I have to take care of this. Only, oh, they can just literally teleport into us. That is amazing. Wow. Alright, I will just teleport my men back and then fight them that way. Oh, look at the range on that, though. Pew. Pew. Oh. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. The Hellfire Clan is ridiculous. Look how far off these guys are. They can just totally take out the clan shrine without even getting into a fight. Meanwhile, my Stone Crusher clan over here, whom I wish I could like more, but they keep getting into stupid fights because they have to fight everyone up close. I know we're still using the weakest guys, but we also are from the Hellfire Clan. Look, man. Not very cash money. We will start to upgrade some of these units, but I'm thinking, I mean, my Hellfire Clan guys aren't even going to die. So look, they've already done yet another thing. That's amazing. They aren't even supposed to have access to this area. This is like, so just goofy and silly. This isn't even an area that we've unlocked yet, but we're already surmounting new challenges we weren't even supposed to. Okay, Stone Crusher Clan, though, camping at home. Handling that, I guess we'll just teleport everyone to the next area. Once these guys finish. Okay, we have managed to force the Stormbringers from the... Kind of an annoying mission, because they just kind of pop up out of nowhere. But Fane is now their leader, not Grax anymore. Stormbringer Clan. Okay, so again, just like another kind of silly conflict. Minor setback. Withdraw at once. It's a whole mistaken war. I love how Grommel is like the only rational one. Okay, so I guess we were up to like the kind of... We get how it works now. We have teleportation. That is our new area, new mechanic, new faction. Liking these Hellfire Clan guys. Honestly, the basic archers are pretty good. They do kind of become a little bit, kind of more like a glass cannon unit as they get into heavier range. So watch out for that. But really, I think the best mission here is just when they let you kind of take the reins for yourself. Well, base, but Stormbringer attack us in waves. Is all we can do to defend it. Yeah, honestly, where are they? Moongate to the west. Okay. I love how you can just like fast forward these cutscenes. Alright. So we need the Master Moongate. But now we're getting the kind of base building mechanic. It's like we're not really in... We kind of just have to get everything set up in the first place. Okay, so we gotta go west and north, or we keep getting attacked from the west, so I guess right here, and that's why all these guys are super hurt. Do we have Hellfire Clan again? Because they were awesome. Oh, and we also have access to the lens cannon this time, as well as the rock lobber, but I think that the lens cannon is better. Let's see if we can just get some early gold here, just with some basic stuff. I'm also gonna make our Hellfire Clan base right away. And let's get rock lobbers just because I think ranged units are just going to do better for us. Okay. Nice that we get units instantly, though. I'm trying to think the last time... Yeah, most of these games have like a queue, the amount of time it takes to make a unit. Okay, we do have a soul fountain, though. Something about these like narrative-based RTS games, you know? It's just such a rare breed. You don't really get that so much anymore. I guess StarCraft being really the big one. But to compare something like this to they were out at the same time, so it doesn't feel totally off. Alright, sending the hell... Whoops, got my clans mixed up again. I think, honestly, just range on the Hellfire clan is going to be the best investment here. Keep them back. Keep them super far away. Except they don't really use their range. It's like you could be kiting these guys. But you don't, because you a dingus. You a dingus. But that's the way it is sometimes. I get it. Sad. Another sad day in the life of a dingus goblin. Okay, and we are totally screwed in here because they keep just attacking us from this. Their unlimited reinforcements. That is problematic. Oh well. Alright, just keep rebuilding people. If we don't control that, I guess we can't really use it. Yeah. Normally you can just basically like insta-teleport anywhere. Feeling like we need more upgrades before we do anything else, so let's just go in and get some rocks. We don't want to waste it on having to rebuild our base. The souls we can do because we have a trickle of them, so that's fine. Like, we'll always be able to replenish men right now. Or, sorry, not men. Goblins. It's unclear, though, whether there are even other humans in this universe, you know? Okay, I'll take a little bit of a damage upgrade. Now that's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. What is this? Looks like an old Stormbringer. Stormtrooper. Stone Crusher, I mean. Clan Shrine. It does. Yes, it does. I remember it like it was yesterday. You know, actually, something I would probably be remiss to not do right here would be, let's just solve all of our gate issues with this. Just literally put 2 turrets right there. Problem solved. No more problem in that direction anymore. Great stuff. Great stuff. Guess we aren't getting that back. Okay, I think this is probably just going to be a lot of, like, silly obstacle destruction for gold. A lot appears to be that kind of style. So I'll update if I find any POIs. Oh god, we just met the Stormbringer Titan. I forgot about this thing. It's basically a giant electric lightning monster. Very freaking cool because you can control it. But right now, just a giant pain. And unfortunately, we can't even pilot the... Why are we not allowed to pilot the giant boar yet? That is so upsetting. There's nothing I wanted more than to play as a giant... And there were people just disappeared. Okay. Fortunately, the turrets, despite the fact that they're smoking, they are pulling their weight pretty well right here. If they still existed, that is. Yep, that's about all there is to that. All right, more searching. Okay, we have finally located like a frozen, fossilized, woolly mammoth version of the pig in the ice. Like, just the goofiest way to find. Why is it here? Like, it does not belong here, but whatever. At least we get to take out a better Titan, because this thing is going to be significantly better than... The troll, I mean... I know I'm going to be very, very quickly proven to be an idiot here, because... anytime you try to sound smart, it's just a setup for you to be proven to be dumb, you know? Like, I know the answer. You know, it's not gonna work out. So, let's go ahead and free this guy. Oh, we already just get him! Okay, never mind then. Okay, everyone follow me along both clans, and we will just shoot. Are we able to shoot as quickly as the last guy did? Okay, so no. Nope, that is pretty fast. Okay, so that is how fast we fire. Is it just me or is the frame rate just dying out? Like, I mean, the original Xbox had pretty great processing power, right? Didn't it? I don't know what I'm talking about. But yeah, like, supposedly of all that generation of consoles, the PS2 was like the weakest in terms of processing, despite the fact that it was also the most sold and popular. But the GameCube, I believe, was in the middle with the Xbox on the top. Xbox could play quite a lot, even like Roller Coaster Tycoon, right? Whoops. Alright, I just cast 2 spells. Let's see how that goes. Try to heal ourselves as a giant warthog. Whatever we are. Ammo. So we just prepare another lob. So what else could we use? We have that and... looks like some sort of gold ammo. They're literally shooting... Can you really tell the difference? Alright, whatever. Little bit of an experiment here, but this is a significantly better Titan for whatever we do next. Good stuff. Anyway, let's go on. We're going to find the Stormbringer base, shall we? Okay, after a long and winding route, we've made it, to our let nothing stand in our way. This should be the Stormbringer. Jeez, this thing is actually kind of stacked. Oh god, why? Why? Why did they put that there? Okay, once we get this boss, though, it's pretty cool, because I am beginning to realize that the giant pig is rather useless. Unfortunately, our home base is not very well... I think I'm just going to let them destroy our base, because... it is not very well laid out, now that they're not attacking us from that moon gate anymore. So, unfortunately, I'm just going to have to let them destroy it. I think that means that the next time we should be able to... nope. This entire area is raised plateau. And then on the bottom... yeah, we would not be able to get in a Titan over there, I'm pretty sure. Okay, yeah, but look at this. So they've taken out a whole turret. Very sad. Very upsetting. But if we should get killed with no gold left, then we would fail the mission, so... actually, yeah, I could have just destroyed that. I don't know why I didn't do that in the first place. Anyway, yeah, they do appear to be attacking through this gate, though, so to have some type of, you know, way of coming back against that would be quite nice. Thinking these Hellfire turrets are just a little bit better. Especially for defending that soul fountain. I'll take heavy, because heavy is much better in every respect to all the other ones. Go recap that, then we'll go assault their base. Alright, so we come to the ultimate conflict with the Stormbringer clan. And thank goodness, because now after this, like, pretty much the whole game can kind of unlock, more or less. We have only 3 other buttons besides Y on the... of our selections, and that means, I think, 3 clans at once, though I'm struggling to remember if there is a mission where we have 4 at once, because there's 5 total. You know, actually, now that I mention it, wouldn't there be some with 5? Gonna be a minute, but we're still, like, pretty early on, or early to mid in the campaign, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, cool, we've made it to the Gate of Fane, so let's see what Fane has to say. I'm pretty sure that he had the same misconception as Grax, and that he's just... nothing short of Frox himself. Everyone sounds like a goblin in this universe. Okay, cool. So now do we get another one of those sweet cutscenes where Grommel tries to convince the other goblins that he's not crazy, and then they're all just loony at him? Yet another area, an entire section of map that we've unintentionally just ruined and destroyed. Grommel, you and your wretched ilk have been a thorn in my side. I don't even want to do it. His voice sounds too cool. Like disembodied. Right, so Fane thinks that he's the best, so they get some ego problems here. Surrender before... oh, I guess we do have one more. So he's really, like, pretty peeved about Grommel. Ooh. Oh, so we get one more. Okay, so now we actually get to show him our stuff. Alright, sweet. Yeah, I mean, pretty much the same strategy goes here. Just get cheap units, spam them in, and then start ranged. Yeah, I mean, that's more or less the gist of it here. Judging by the way that the last few missions have gone. Ooh, but a turret that we could retake. That's fantastic. Go back there, and then maybe get another soul fountain here out of this one. Do we even cap this? I don't think we captured the... it's so hard to tell. Okay, and we're being horribly struck by lightning every time we try to... Oh, God! At least we got some of their souls back. That would have sucked. Oh, wait, no, those weren't their souls back. Those were their souls being but, okay, you know, I think that this marks the extent of the AI powers, though, if they're using their own runestones against us now. We didn't even deserve that. Okay, I can start to play a little bit better now. I've got to do a little bit of try-harding right here. Okay, cool, you guys have... Alright, and we get our second soul shrine. Alright, we've just about finished cleaning up most of the basics for the assault on Vane's Fortress. Okay, so a couple more machines, just other things we have to take out, but I've decided that the Titans in this game, like, basically useless for fighting enemies. What they're good for is just gathering gold to make your units strong. I mean, if there is, like... Okay, I'll go ahead and say this, like, RTS games of this time, extremely sweaty. So, the fact that there is some type of metagame here to be had is enough for me. Hang on a second, I have to go, like, rebuild turrets. I've just been using those to defend my soul gates. But yeah, that is to say, like, the only point of them is to just basically, like, eat them in there, take whatever you can, and then, you know, back out with whatever you got. And then use that to reinvest in your troops. And I think that is the best way to go about this next attack. Where we can't separate our units. That does feel so, like... that feels like such a... I don't know, like a crazy thing. Okay, we've finally generated the ability to call down lightning strikes, which is pretty badass. Use it to tear his... Okay, so I guess basically for the rest of this mission, we don't really need to... Okay, so we do... Well, we will need the lightning tower back, obviously, but yeah, we're just going to go mess them up with a... I love how in the ends of these missions, it's kind of like Destroy All Humans, if you ever played that game. Ooh, that would be another really good throwback to do. Which actually, they just remade that, I believe, which... A fantastic game to have remade. That game was so good. And for its time, it was extremely amazing. In my opinion. Whose else would it be? Anyway, I can build another drummer. The little drummer boy. There they go. Okay, everybody's souped up and upgraded. Feeling great about this. Alright, man, although just... It's hard to... So I'm trying to figure out what even will they... I guess their real ability that we're gonna get is, like, call down lightning strikes, which is admittedly cool, but... I don't know, I still think the Hellfire clan here has clearly been the most useful just for their poke. Couple more. Debating on should we... Nah, we'll be okay. The only spells I've gotten have been the damaging ones, because I'm, like... There's very little hope of keeping units alive once I've put them into combat. They're just going to die sooner or later. Okay, I will call down a fire strike there. We can then take back over this thing. Clear out... Oh gosh, wow, they really keep coming. Okay, technically it is ours now. So what does that allow us to do? Okay, we can just call down lightning strikes on everything now. That's stupid. That's so cool. Okay, so we can just use that to totally wreck the rest of their base. Do they have the, like the power pole here? Hang on a sec. This is so satisfying. I feel like my units are pretty underpowered in comparison. Okay, and yeah, the vision is a help. What is even our goal here? Destroy Vane's fortress and open the electrical gate. So I guess just destroy all the significant-looking buildings in here. Some fortress, man. Okay, there we go. Here's the key. Where is the metal oblet? Alright, you know what? Just use, like, the insane lightning powers we've got now to just... Why didn't he use this on me? He totally should have destroyed my base. Clearly more powerful than us. Hellfire, again, Hellfire Clan pulling in clutch. Coming in clutch. What do the kids say these days? Jesus. Too many hours of an RTS game and I really start to lose it, man. And he kept shooting, like, lightning elementals at me, too. Oh, God, look at them trying to get through the gate. One thing I've noticed in this that I totally forgot is you have to take direct control back from a unit if you can't, like, get it out of a spot. It is kind of a pain. Some things about the controls that I had a memory of being better than they actually were. You know how the way that goes, kind of? Like rose-tinted lenses, kind of. Okay, here we go. I guess we take out this thing. That is probably the gate mechanism. Okay, was it? TBD? I guess we'll find out in a minute. Okay, we've just found our way inside. Oh. That's it. Alright, we have beaten the mission. I guess we are now onto the cutscene with Fane. Honestly, I like that. Maybe it's just like the forest environment, but I think I like the Hellfire clan a little bit better. Okay, I'm gonna take a guess that Fane will accidentally strike himself with a bolt of lightning. Ah, so far 0 for 1. You shall. Okay, yeah, he also thinks that Grommel was the murderer. Treachery against our race and our master. And now it'll hit him. Oh, no, did he hit him with the hammer? Or maybe the hammer deflected the lightning into him. No, Grommel actually had to strike him down. Okay. There was little choice, of course. He also bled green. He could have just listened. Honestly, terrible listening skills on the part of these goblins. But let's see what happens with the next completely unpredictable, what is it? PlagueSpitter, Plaguebringer? I can't remember what this clan's name is. Now we get into the murky swamplands. We are entering Florida. We tread to dangerous ground. Brother Sist and his PlagueSpitter. Okay. That's easy to remember. Savage and secretive tribe that will attack first and ask questions later. Alright. Press on. I remember this mission being actually rather difficult. Perhaps we can, yeah, of course we can avoid conflict. PlagueSpitter clan's familiarity with the swamp is absolute. They hold the advantage. Coupled with their proficiency with herbs, acids, and poisons, every fight we engage in will be a fight for our very lives. Trying to remember what their actual ability is, but now we finally have control of 3 whole clans, which puts the, I mean, honestly raises the difficulty, but makes this into a real game. Finally, at last. Now we are playing Goblin Commander, and we do have choices now in these missions. They start to get more and more open as we go. So I'm gonna have to do a little bit of scouting and strategizing to figure out exactly what we're doing. I'm going to start with. So they are good with health and damage. I guess just really offensive use here. I mean, they're a pretty strong clan, honestly. Stronger than our people, so start there. Are they more expensive? Not by much. Alright, I have to go figure out what I'm gonna do with my military. Okay, so this mission is unique and the game turns for a greater difficulty. We can no longer capture soul fountains here because they have polluted them. The PlagueSpitter clan, with their disgusting swamp, I suppose. I don't even really remember what it was that they were trying, what resource they were responsible for getting for Fraziel. Fraziel? Whatever his name is, just a generally problematic tribe, so now we're searching for the source of the pollution. Now yet another mystery has, found its way onto our plate. Horror, terror, Nightmare. Noxious tree. Finally, only at the very end of the mission. I suppose the one thing about the open-ended nature of these missions is the fact that, sometimes you just get to, like, objective number 1 only once you've totally cleared out the map of other obstacles. I'm just gonna go lay a health spell on them. Gotten a little bit better with some of the hotkeys here, but, just the entire stone... They're born to be the meat shields. Yep. That is always the first faction, isn't it? But yeah, quickly going back and forth here. Is this the tree? Where even was? There's not even like a ping or a waypoint for the objective, but alright, good enough. These conjurers have been pretty good. Just nice having somebody else in ranged combat, I suppose. But are we now at the tree? Where even is it? Oh, it's over here. Never mind. Yeah, this is why you have to force to play it as an action game. It's okay, I enjoy being forced. Goblin Commander, after all, truly is one of the greatest games, if not the greatest game ever created. I do strongly feel that way. I feel as though this is one of those, or maybe that is to say, under-recognized. I wish to make my points through exaggeration. Fountains are freed from that vile scourge. Now we'll be able to use them for the good. Yes, great work. Unfortunately, this is the end of the mission when... Kind of a nail-biter, but, you know, I guess each mission is supposed to, like, teach you a lesson about RTS games, you know? I mean, that is to say, and that is actually a decent multiplayer RTS strategy. Like, you gotta be expanding. You can't just turtle in your base. You have to take from the enemy. Go Zerg. How go our preparations? Them elementals are nastier than starving ogres, and twice as unpredictable. Oh, awesome. Very cool. That we get the lightning thing. Alright, what do we know about this mysterious clan, man? Half our clan has wounds that still burn their tactics slowly, so do we get poisoned? Who would have thought? I don't really like damage over time, man. Oh, sweet. Okay, I bet that the intended strategy, though, unfortunately, probably won't work. Kinda cool, though, that we get to be this thing. I think I'd rather do this without the clan's help. We're just going to be like the Iron Giant right here for a minute. Not even quite sure which direction this was in. Let's test out our 2 attacks. Okay, lightning is kind of doo-doo. But tornado looks kind of badass, right? Okay, I'm liking this elemental way better than the other ones just because it can do that. That's great. That's amazing. Why does your lightning do nothing? Okay. I say that we just basically clear out the map as this guy and then come back with everyone else. Because this thing rules. We can just kind of... Oh, it's like those monster games from way back when, you know? Yes, just like that. Oh. And explode. Alright, well, we probably have enough souls anyway. We do have a fountain. Alright, time to get started on this one. Okay, there goes the Stone Crusher. We have a little bit of everybody here. 80 and 30, though. Well, I guess we'll see where it goes. Okay, here is where this game is actually starting to turn into like a real RTS. We're getting attacks launched on our base from both sides. We have multiple resource collectors, building turrets on both sides. This is everything that RTS games were made of at the time, really. Right, like a couple of automated defenses. Tower defenses, come to think of it, were actually pretty popular as like an online format. I mean, this is when Flash games were big too, don't forget at this time. Like, the Teen Titans game on Cartoon Network. Oh gosh, man, that is such a throwback. Yeah, I remember that. It was a great game. But yeah, that was... Let's just go explore that whole world again. If you even can. If you even can, wherever it exists. But I guess we'll build a couple turrets over there to try to defend that. And then... oh wow, they already have a base like right here. Okay, just get that pressure off our back. And then go in for the other one. Just kind of a ridiculous start right here. Very, very pressure-filled. I just got to kind of get them off my back, because look, they've already got... But now at least we've got the Tesla coils on our side to boot. And 2 soul fountains is plenty to start, so we will get through it. I just have to clear out this spot. Alright, well, it's tricky clearing out this first area, but I now actually feel like I'm not just commanding a big bunch of units all around the map. Like, I've had to distribute them to protect multiple fronts, so... Kind of the point of this, still not really bringing the Titans in too much, just due to lack of resources, but I think now we have the Soul Fountain over here. We could throw probably another turret over on the other side of the base as soon as we get a little bit more gold, because they're definitely going to destroy that next. Not bad. I would say the first mission that's actually felt like not just a scripted set of, you know, events in a game, but just kind of feels more open-ended now. Alright, I've just about made it to the end of the mission here, but we've taken out the PlagueSpitter processing facilities. The only thing that I really notice in these that I'm not sure if I got to these missions when I was I guess I was, if this came out in 2003, I was 9 when this game came out. The only things that really bother me, though, in terms of game design, because I was looking back at the scores, and I was like, this is such a neat game that it kind of like cross-genre console lines, and I was thinking, I got like pretty average reviews, but like slightly better than average. And I was just thinking, what are the things that are wrong, and just like a little bit of the pathfinding, because otherwise, you know, as I am wont to say, this game is perfect in every way. It is it is very cool. I mean, even with the test of time. Time's test. But little things like this level is so windy, and they just don't pathfind in many areas very well. Or even subtleties like going to an objective, and then not being able to really get to the objective. Or even direct them toward the objective, because they're just kind of like programmed to just fight whoever's in front of them. That can be a little bit, hang on a second. I just gotta repair that. That can kind of take you out of the game a little bit, I suppose that is to say. Hang on a sec. Alongside that, just, yeah, like, pretty much that is the one thing that makes a lot of the controls and commands awkward. Along with the fact that each faction has to go to one place. I do get that, and I know how future games would, like, kind of... Like, Halo Wars' system for selecting units was very, very good, I thought, for consoles, but, yeah, like, I just kind of want people to go over there right now so that I mean, I guess I could direct control, but that's kind of a pain. If I just wanted to, like, shoot a bomb at the enemy base, for example. So, here, I guess I could take over this guy, and could I, like, find a way over? Nah, not really. I don't think there's an entry point there. So I'm just going to have to kind of awkwardly go through with attrition there. But yeah, a lot of strategies that you want to do that you could otherwise do in a normal RTS. I mean, it's kind of apples and oranges here, but it's kind of hard to, just because of that factor. I haven't really done too much of the direct control, but I mean, the main reason I guess you'd probably be playing it was because it was an RTS at this time, or... I mean, like, we're kind of so far beyond, I just do it for nostalgia's sake, but... yeah, I don't know, just something that pops out to me as somebody who played a lot of Halo Wars extensively after this, which... Speaking of that, I mean, it does kind of impress me more with the original Halo Wars, like... And I'm not saying that Halo... Yeah, like, stuff like that. These guys are all walking into a cliff over here, even though the fight is over here, and... okay, I could direct control them, but now I just kind of missed out on micromanaging much of the fight, just to kind of bring some dudes over there. Just little things like that, or even those guys are now running into that wall. And I feel like some of that could have been cleared up by just, like, I do like the level design, but... something that kind of pops out at me. As an adult, you know, years later with my snooty tastes. Yeah, or like even just the ability to kind of shoot into fog of war, although I guess that could be cheesed pretty easily. Yeah, we'll just shoot like meteors at the whole level and just call it there, but I think we're pretty much... Oh god, no, there is another one of these swamp spawners. Oh no, god, 2 more. Okay, never mind. Yeah, and then just like inexplicable hordes of enemies that just kind of come out of everywhere. I mean, the one thing I think I haven't really made much use of is the Titan. Maybe I'll go in extensively, but it just seems to me that the Titans die so fast that it's like, why would I even bother using the Titan? Let's go in with medium here. And, cool. Alright, that one's done. Looks like we might actually have enough troops left to finish this off. I think this is the last objective. Cool. Or stuff like, what is the point of having a spirit or a soul fountain right there? Maybe there is more that we still have yet not explored. Perhaps. All right, cool. Maybe there is more over the hill. A 4th one. Okay, never mind. Yep. That kind of starts to explain why there were so many enemies then, I suppose. And we are out of gold. Okay, we just can't even make any more of them. Alright, but I think that's the mission. So what is that, 2 missions? Does that mean we are up to... Cyst. His name is literally Cyst. Those enemies were tougher though, but just a lot of the objectives and the stuff that I clear over is just like destroy every tree or destroy every object, and there is a great number of them. Difficulty-wise, though, pretty well balanced, looking back. Fantastic critiques, AA. Kinsman, the path to Cyst's hive must be secreted. What? Nearby? Secreted? Find it. It's fruitless war with the cursed plate. Yeah, you got that right. How come Grommel is the only one who can just teleport? Set aside reinforcement. We have to tread carefully. Our reserves are limited. He's a tough guy. Alright, so what is our first objective here? Locate the entrance to Cyst's hive. We don't even have a base here. That gets me instantly nervous. Okay, we've got only like 5 from each clan. Let's just get as much gold as we can before the mission officially starts. If there's one thing I've learned in this game, it's go back and collect all of the gold before anything else happens, because we wasted a lot of time in the last couple of missions just like going at it, producing tons of cheap troops, and that's not as much fun. Like, you want everybody fully upgraded if you can, you know what I mean? Alright, this looks promising though. Path of torches. There's gotta be... Okay, here we go. Savage, tribe talks of peace. Seek our wise one where the sun finds sleep. The west? Okay. He's like a poet, too. Alright, this feels oddly like a trap, though. Gotta be a trap. Alright, now let's go investigate. Okay, a meeting with the shaman. I do believe this is a decent unit once you get it. The rebels who make war with the tribe and now seek the hive of our clan chief. We just sitting on a mound together. Okay, tribe wishes to operate. Why would the tribe want to do that? Yeah, they just fought us like 3 seconds ago. He's abandoned the tribe and must be punished, such as our way. Okay, so maybe we will ally with the other ones. Aha, my 4th clan. Yeah, if we've learned anything, goblins are treacherous. Our honor suffers, it cannot stand. What would you ask in return? Tribe requires literally 300 gold. Okay. Alright, we seem to be just getting supplied units for free in this mission, too. Seek the tribe in the north. Okay, so go northeast and bring them 300 gold. Another thing I've learned in this mission is that every single one of these torches can just be used for gold. Okay, so we were just collecting like just a crazy amount of gold. This is kind of what I'm talking about here. Is just like I mean, it's a pretty clear objective, but it's just kind of like not very tactical. Just kind of like a go find it mission, I suppose, right here.
All right, finally, we've reached the shaman's hut. Not happy about the rebels. They've attacked us a lot for people who want peace. Cool. He thinks I'm honorable. Seek the passage to the clan chief's hive across the flowing water where the north and west winds meet. The pact between our tribes is complete, so now we have a way in. For a guy on the northeast corner, that's awfully west. I feel there's all these little passages that I'm missing in this, but I just feel, I don't know, for all of the reasons I said, combined with the pathfinding, it is tricky to find your way around, especially with, I think it's just this one area in particular. I have not really experienced it at quite this extent until I got to the PlagueSpitter lands, but it's just so twisty and turny, and just hard to locate everything, along with the elevation of the last few areas. Hellfire area I thought was totally fine. I actually think that's where this game shines the most. I think that area is great. But I'm not as crazy just about the Stormbringer, but PlagueSpitter, I don't even really remember the Night. I think it's Nightbringer is the next one. I do not even remember what their locale looks like. Okay, so we gotta go to the northwest corner of the map. All right, so I guess if that was northeast, let's just go back into direct control mode, because then we'll have an easier time seeing where we're going. Okay, we have another base over there. Never mind. We have to just take that out first. Otherwise, they're going to keep reinforcing against us. We really don't have that much left. And did he... Okay, we already did pay... Why did we have to pay him 300? Oh, okay, we paid for his allegiance, then I assume. All right, so basically mercenary poison people. All right, I mean, that's an ally, though. That should be helpful. They seem... Especially the ones who ride the giant, like, salamanders seem particularly useful. Yep, 67 souls, though. Not really too much in reserve here. I think we spend souls every single time that we bring in reinforcements. We just don't get our own base in this mission, so... It's really just gotten... But, I mean, if nothing else, this one mission is helpful, I suppose, in that it, like, shows you... There was one unit I was severely underutilizing from the Stormbringers. Although I think we just didn't even unlock it in the last couple missions. So, I mean, it does kind of power up all your troops, though, to have one of everybody together, so. For the cliched lesson at the end of the game, you know, like, we are stronger together as a union. And wow, like, what an amazing idea. Is that the base? No, let's just go ahead and take direct control again. Zoom out. I have to go locate a hole in the ground. That is not it, because I cannot rotate the camera in that area. Alright, I have to go find this thing. Okay, we've located it. So, like, different kind of mission. At least it kind of differentiated from what we had before. Oh, he is pretty ugly. Did my brother... Oh, so they were treacherous. I mean, they're going to fall into our allegiance eventually. Alright, so we are in the belly of the beast now. Saw that one coming. Oh, we were all eaten by a giant slime. Awesome, honestly. Very cool. Very cool. Look, everyone, a quirky encounter with a giant slime. Wow. Did not envision this being the conflict of the day, but yeah, here we go. Just more reserves. This is a horrible... Are we even going to get to the end of this mission? 32 souls left. Do we actually get the full reserves here? If we don't... Oh. You know what? I can just use these runes. I should have been using this the entire time. Wow, that is so sad. I have to do this. Hang on a second. I'm an idiot. Okay, I just horribly messed up the entire mission because I thought you actually get to set up a base at some point in it. You do not. There is no base set up for the entire mission. You're literally just collecting gold so that you can get runes to cast spells. Kind of annoying, honestly, because it never explicitly states that you are going to just, like, kind of... admittedly, a frustrating end to a mission. I think really the goal here is just go straight for the objectives, but how can you when you don't know where they are and you spend half the time just as a battle of attrition searching? Not really my favorite mission. I mean, different from the other ones, but, yeah, kind of just feels, just a bit cheap. Oh well, I mean, they're all better the second time through, but I would say that my favorite missions in this are all the Hellfire ones, but I guess I'll, in that case, focus on just, like, healing my tribe as we go and collecting all of the gold, but, yeah, just a little bit of a chore, this one. This is a life lesson, folks. Oh, God. Never better spelled out than through shady, poisonous goblins. Literal shady, poisonous goblins. There you have it. Okay, serious thing and not serious thing here. Number one, 10 out of 10 on this mission because it's literally about getting scammed by goblins. Amazing premise. Also, 0 out of 10 for getting scammed by goblins. But at the same time, I guess just the one thing that I wish I could take out of this game that is in it is, like, if I tell my units run in a straight line, they will just stop to fight any enemy along the way. Like, you can't just have them, you know, okay, just ignore that and run. Like, no, they will continue unless if you direct command them. At least as far as I can tell. I mean, I may not be, like, the Prima strategy guide. Oh, man, like, to own the Prima strategy guide of this game, that might be, like, the most valuable collector's item of all time. But yeah, I mean, that's my 2 cents. Now I think I understand why, without having okay, now I understand the nature of the goblin scam. I will not fall for it. I will do better than that. But yeah, also too in this mission, if you happen to be playing through the game right now, if you're not just watching the old one, yeah, like not super cash money to just throw all your people in there to get killed. So I'm gonna go have to save up some more dough. This mission is entirely about financial savings. What a horrible mission. Scammed and then eaten. I'm going to... Oh, God. Oh, no, I've made a horrible mistake. They do heal by eating us. So if we... I mean, I think they do. Hang on a second. I gotta just, like, really quickly MLG this. Like, we're gonna go super fast. Oh, no, please, hotkeys work. For God's sake. Alright, we are just gonna keep calling in our runic... Oh, God, they're so fast, too! Look at these slimes, dude! They're going for, like, Olympic gold! Just don't even send them too many offerings. Alright, I'm sending in the Stormbringers. Hang on a second, I have more gold than reinforcements now. Whoops, it was not the right rune, but alright, we'll paralyze them in place. Maybe that would have been better. Honestly, one of the more difficult boss fights. This is what I'm talking about, though, back when I said that games used to be harder, because they just had, like, really poorly laid out, cheap checkpoints. Like, you have to replay the entire mission. But, yeah, that is that. Still fun, but just the checkpoints are... This is basically in every game I've come back to. There's just no checkpoints. We are sacrificing people to the slimes so that they may die. Not the people, but the slimes themselves. Alright, now it's time to go back home, gather up more meteors, and then bring it over to the site of the crime. Can we... I don't believe in you, goblins. Yeah, alright, good. How many more, like, chaotic slimes do we have to go? Alright, maybe that's it. Into the... Why would we go in there again? Don't go in there. There's slime in there. Alright, now it's a search for 2 remaining hostile slimes at large. There's the second one. A problematic individual that needs to be removed from society. There we go. Fortunately, there is no meteor-friendly fire, and there is the last remaining slime. Alright, we're going back to the base. I should have seen this. I lack common sense, but I am who I am. I did my best. Die. Damn you, slimes. Alright, please don't tell me that's the last of the reinforcements. Oh, good. Thank God. What an awful mission. Crush you, Sist. Come, my clans, we take the fight to the hive itself. With the might of 3 clans, we'll surround the enemy and pound them into the slime from which they came. Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, not really as economical, but I guess there had to be kind of like a covert operative mission, so be it.
Okay, and so for the last mission for our next horrible idea, we have... we don't even have the Hellfire Goblins. They just... they really lack executive functioning skills. They weren't even able to set up a base. We don't have any gold. And the Stormbringers and the Stone Crushers have set up separately. Wow, what a brilliant RTS strategy to set up separately. So you have to defend separate bases right from the get-go. I'm sure that will end well. You know, on second thought, there are probably strategies that use that, although that just seems like a horrible way to defend your such... Yeah, let's build multiple turrets. Oh god. Oh no, now we're already encountering enemies. Is it just me, or are the enemy clans are just super strong, I feel? Okay, it's time to get going on this. I guess I've got to get a little bit of something set up here, so we're just gonna have to go... No, I did not mean to fight you. Alright. I have to get set up and just figure out, and then... Alright, good. Strength to take the fight to our enemies. And it's just a mystery what happened to the Hellfire clan. Okay.
Okay, and we just kind of hit the jackpot. I've been trying to get back through this one. This is actually a rather difficult mission. And this one, ironically, because the last one just felt very, like, kind of needed to see it in order to understand it. This one actually does feel like I could have gotten it on the first time, but you're basically playing it like a double lane tower defense, which I feel like actually we haven't really had a mission quite like this yet in this game. So this is an example of, you know, I mean, if I'm a 2003 review magazine or something like that, back when people would read more extensive, I guess they still do. But yeah, I mean, you would read a review in a magazine. There were writers writing these things. Oh, Nintendo Power. Stuff like that. Oh gosh, and we are losing our entire shrine. That's not too great. I may lose my turret there. I've tried to keep these two turrets alive as long as possible, because they're there for a reason. It seems like this mission was harder without them, because you can't really rebuild them, but... okay, so we have upgraded weapons and upgraded armor fully on the Stone Crushers. We've fully, like, purged out this entire right flank. Now I think that frees us up to just move north, unless if they're somehow coming out of the woodwork. Which I would not be surprised if they are, but... Yeah, like, what is that? That's just a drop-off to nowhere. Alright, well, whatever. At least we can combine our tribes now. That's what I've been wanting to do. Alright, now we can finally get Stormbringer full upgrades. I've just, like, concluded that I just want to fully upgrade weapons before I start unlocking new units this time. But yeah, like, I feel like that's... or at least that strategy was kind of underutilized up till now. Like, you know, fight each clan separately and then do that. But it does seem a little bit, I guess, predictable mission to mission. It's like, fully upgrade as many weapons and armor as you can on one clan until they're, like, super OP, and then just have them carry the rest of the mission. But somehow it worked with lobbers of the Stone Crushers, so I'm alright with that. Not really the unit I expected to power up, but okay, now we need more of them. Still not spending gold on you, not till I get my Stormbringers upgraded, and I guess we'll liberate the Hell... I always want to say Hellraiser clan, but Hellfire. Okay, cool. Getting to enemy bases now. Alright, a couple more of these to clear out, I think, but this is, I mean, in contrast to the last map, I feel like this one is much clearer. Like, there's one dead end you can block off. Just leads to a greater sense of, satisfaction, really, which, after all, that's what it's all about, man, right? Oh god, the Hellfire clan is... Ah, I knew I could depend upon the Hellfire clan, my favorite of the clans. They were hidden, of course, and not escaping. You bring honor to your clan. Okay, cool. So this actually adds a point to separating. Separated. Cool. I mean, it's a scripted game event, so are we... Alright, well, I guess this gives us the indignity of having to fight 3 fights at once, or this will go horribly, so let's just focus on keeping these guys alive. Yeah, this could end really bad if we don't do this right. Okay, just hang out over there. I don't feel like fighting 3 wars at once. Fortunately, we just got tons of gold and spoils from this, so I think we can use that to just fully upgrade those guys. Nice. Alright, let's see. Okay, so another soul fountain. And then, even the base command still just brings us back here. God, this really feels like a prototype of what, like, console RTS should look like. And I mean, from there, like, you know, future iterations on the formula, like, made it really, really good. Though, a few things like it, you can obviously see are at their first type. Alright, I guess, you know, at this point, I feel like a lot of the missions are getting kind of samey. The one thing that got me was, like, the treasure chest, so I'll probably just come back at, like, significant checkpoints, or, like, great cool battles, which I feel like a lot of this is just getting kind of tactical, you know, trying to do one flank over here, and I'm just kind of waiting for a big battle at this point, and that is kind of what excites me. What still excites me. That's the stuff. You know, as much as I liked this part of the campaign, I am beginning to realize there is a serious kind of design flaw in this part, in that you get stuck in this one loop where you have like a limited number of spells, which are basically useless against these enemies, and you can't even reinforce your other goblins because they're trapped on the other side of the map, and you're literally locked into like an attrition battle here against 2 hives that you just can't do anything against. Alright, despite what I would honestly just consider to be like a battle of attrition, oh god, no, okay, good. They didn't... I thought he was turning to face and attack the enemies. I just have to take out these bases. You pretty much have to play the game as one of the units in this part. I mean, great that I did the thing that is intended in the game, but at the same time, it's like, oh my gosh, there were like 2 or 3 bases with units that were just objectively stronger than ours. Okay, I guess we could have done that. Maybe like a little obvious there, but still, it's like 10v10, it's always just going to be a gridlock. Okay, Hall of Titans, I'm happy to get to the end of this mission. Up until this point, I haven't really noticed anything like that, so I'll overlook it, but a couple parts are frustrating like that. Alright, enough complaining now. Or maybe like some more complaining. You never know, maybe it'll help. We did save a lot of money throughout that whole thing. Alright, it's time to become a giant lightning elemental to just get the aggression out now. What are we supposed to be doing now? Lay siege to Sist's hive. I guess he's right in the middle, right? Alright, just tell everyone to come with me if they can. If that's even possible, that is. Okay, so he's a giant tentacle monster. God, he's like Shieldred from Magic. Alright, cool. Alright, we're coming for the Phyrexians. Okay, now I will get a lot of pleasure out of this. Nope, nobody touches me. Alright, it's my turn to be extremely cheap now and just run around your line. Oh, God. After this, I'm going in as a Titan. Or an Ogre. Dude, I'm a Beyblade. Nice. Okay, Naxxus has arrived of the Nightbringer, clan. Okay, he really does not like people. He's not a big people person. So, I'm supposing now, they're like totally isolated from this fight. Like, why can't we just reinforce them? That just feels like it shouldn't be allowed to happen. Alright, okay, I guess it's just the Hellraiser clan or whatever they are. Alright, I'm just going to put in 1,000,000 stone ogres, because I have billions of souls that I could just put into this fight. And that's totally fine. And then I'll go back in as the Hurricane Man. I think I can bring the Hellfire with me, but that's about it. Alright, decent though. Like, the boss fights so far, pretty good. Pretty good they've been. Where are we going to deal with him, though? No, just get lost. Just get lost. Oh, no, he's also against us, too. I do believe he's, like, the true villain. Foreshadowing right here. Although I would like to get rid of this first. I just let them deal with that, and I will just continuously rebuild the hall. Because look at how much money we saved up from the last time. I could just... Okay. Is he... Oh, God, he rebuilds the bases. Okay, then I really am going in as the giant lightning monster. Okay, just make more Hellfire Goblins instead of waypoints so that they just continuously attack. Okay, here's where we get into the RTS side of things. Just make a waypoint there, and then just bother him with this thing. Alright, so nothing means anything, and it's just a battle of attrition again. There are a lot of sections in this game, though, looking back, where I'm just like, although, I don't know, maybe someday we'll have like a snooty comparison of console RTSs. That really sounds like a fantastic documentary video essay. Ooh. Well, that would really do it for me, wouldn't you? Still, I mean, like, all the visual effects and everything going on here, this game is pretty sweet, even with those few things aside. Alright. Guess we just do this to you. Am I even supposed to be doing this? What am I even supposed to be doing? Lay siege to his hive. It's so unclear what the objective even is here. I guess I'll try a War Pig Pulp. Actually, this one, oddly enough, may work better here. Come on! I did not think I would end up using this thing. Alright, yeah, definitely could be used against these things. How many is that? 3, 4... Oh, come on, it's a catapult. 5, 6... Maybe I need to switch ammo. 7, 8? Come on, dude! Oh, man! Alright, I guess we will just go straight up to him. Just right in your face. Drink deep. What? Okay, now he's poisoning me. I am a reformed individual. I no longer need to associate with scamming goblins. Alright, this is bound to just be an attrition battle. I thought this would be kind of cooler, so I'll just leave it at there. Okay, finally, victory. I guess it was just a matter of hitting him enough times. He produced far too many units for his own good, and we couldn't even use half our army. At first, a really seemingly cool mission, but yeah, again, we're kind of running into some of those similar things. Alright, but cool cutscenes again, and you are... okay, so he goes down, and then we assimilate all the poison ones. Although this time, Grommel did not, like, fight him. It was just a giant troll. Oh, I accidentally skipped the cutscene. Okay, now he's going to... Oh, he faked his own death. Oh god, this is going to be sick. Wait a minute, what? Oh, so he just... Ooh. Dang. I mean, who even knows why? Nature. Nature itself is speaking for Grommel now. Okay, now on to the NightHorde. The true enemy. May you find mercy. I always felt like they were kind of setting this up for a sequel here, you know? Like the sequel that never happened, but it just kind of remains as this standalone, like, kind of cult classic. Alright, so anyway, that is to say, I do believe that, Naxxus, is that the leader of the NightHorde, that he is the true villain. Who is the 5th tribe. Yes, Brother Grommel, I always know I can count on you not to disappoint me. He's got some kind of issue with the S going on there. What are you doing here? Why, waiting for you, of course. Now that you've made yourselves comfortable, let us be the first to... Well, okay, yeah, so this is where the game all starts, in the mines. Then we skip this over. Acquaint yourselves. Who you calling unclean? Crush all, we're under attack. Okay, here we go. Alright, so basically back to the beginning. Are we just the... no, we don't even have the,
Oh, we don't even have the Stone Crusher clan. That is honestly a shame. But starting like we began, back in the mines. And, oh, this is actually a friendly base now. Alright, fantastic. I'm so used to fighting these people and tired of them, though. Alright, I am, well, they are reformed individuals now, I suppose, then. Alright, what is our objective? Secure resources for our clients. Alright, I guess we're just setting up for another mission here. I don't honestly remember this part of the game. I'm not even sure I ever beat the game, because some of those parts do take quite a while to get through. Alright, here comes Grommel again. Isn't it a little early for you to be in another cutscene? Finishing up the work that our people... Okay, so he wants the power that Fraziel was trying to secure. Oh, you evil goblin. Alright, I kind of like this plot, though, you know? Alright, so he's raising the lava. But now Grommel kind of finds himself in, like, well, an existential crisis. He's avenging his master, you know? Alright, so... it was Naxxus that had done the damage. There's plenty, but we want to secure resources preparation. So yeah, eventually, spoiler alert, yeah, like, you know, obviously Grommel will win. If you haven't, like, played any game or read any story before, yeah, like, obviously, like, he wins the day. Actually, I guess it could have been a more, like, a twist on the ending, but nope, it isn't. Grommel does kill him, but yeah, ultimately all the other goblins look to him as, like a god. Like, what do we do with our purposeless existences now? Kind of a, I don't know, just I thought kind of a cool existential narrative. Maybe I'm kind of reaching for the top shelf with that, but I don't know. So then I will reach for the top shelf. So be it. Alright. What else have we got to clear out in this mission? Also, what are these PlagueSpitters, spitters? What are these PlagueSpitters bringing to the table? We gotta upgrade some stuff. They bring speed and acid. These bile spitters are super strong. Heavy range dissolves armor. That's fantastic. And then, wind mage is also great. I'm just gonna have to get a lot of support units here. Oh god, we've been attacked by the Stone Crusher clan. Who even knows Goblin Civil War? They look like my kinsmen twisted. Naxxus must have... Okay, so we have Goblin Civil War. Oh. You know, like, in the words of Guns N' Roses, ain't nothing civil about Civil War. If that is, I think that is... I think that was Guns N' Roses. I don't know. What a great time to be quoting Guns N' Roses now. Alright, so we've got two clans. The one thing, though... I don't know, maybe I just always think that there's, like, something cheesy about RTS campaign missions. Maybe I'll go back and play the Battle for Middle-earth series, because that is kind of, like, the ultimate campaign. I really enjoy that RTS campaign. StarCraft is pretty good, too, but the one thing that's tricky here is you literally have, like, 2 portals to your base where the enemy can just pop out at any time, so it just... It's not really, like, that interesting. It just sort of causes the mission to slow down, because, like, if I just leave my base there, then they're just going to destroy everything, and I'll have to restart, so I just have to kind of complete the mission at half progress. Little things like this, I guess, you know, that, the lack of checkpoints, that... I do love these games, but then usually by the time I'm back at, I've beaten them. I'm ready to come back to modern quality of life and yeah, like stuff like that, like collision with the ground. Now we have to directly control some of you and just walk away from that. Oh god, it brings me back. And even like great games, like I remember this you could do this in like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is considered one of the greatest games ever made by a lot of people. There were missions where you could just literally walk to and from your enemy in order to, like, basically win battles. Like, just so much spam that I remember. And really feeling like I was missing out if I couldn't use that spam in future games. But, you know, that's the way it is. That's the way it just is sometimes. Alright, finally, after fighting also the Hellfire clan, because they were also swayed from us somehow, we have now commandeered a slime, which is basically the best thing we get. Slimes are actually pretty good in this game, I do believe. I think, yeah, they don't actually have an attack, they just kind of go into stuff, and then they, like, increase based on that. It's too bad you can't actually become Sist himself, because that would have been pretty cool. But yeah, like, these things are super cool, because they just auto-regen HP by walking over stuff. I feel like I'm just gonna faceplant in a second. Okay, this is a way better Titan, though, than all the other things we had before. Oh, look at this. And then you actually get to increase as a slime rather than just gradually getting, like, attritioned away, you know? Oh. Finally. The thing I deserve to be. Okay, my slime is growing. Oh, slime grows. Feed it until it's large enough to activate the... This is like the most cursed mini-game in the middle of this. Oh, God. It really does make you want to play split-screen co-op slime versus slime, though. Like, no other activity would give me quite the same pleasure. Oh god, I'm just a giant. Man, all this, there were, like, some really good monster games for this generation. Like, they had done games like Godzilla, type of deal. Man, just, like, the risks that developers, especially big developers, would take at this time, you know, when there weren't, I don't know, dare I say it, as many, like, well-established franchises. You had more stuff like this, I feel. I know I'm, like, painting in very broad strokes here, but again, I don't read, folks. I'm just remembering the way things were. I'm sure I'll get blasted in the comments for that, but it is what it is. Lead the clan across the land bridge. Okay. I am really looking forward to being the slime again in a second, but let's just go ahead and make some more people. We have fully upgraded just about everything here. Alright, I'll just get him so that I can claim it. Where are we even going now? Oh, we can actually just totally go back to our main base. Aw, we can't bring this slime. Can we bring this slime with us? No, sadly we can't bring the slime with us. I really wanted to as well. It'll just have to stay here and eat those things. Oh, that's so upsetting on so many levels. We just gotten to know the slime. Okay, Naxxus is taking control of the Great Machine and is using Frazdil's Moonstone to make a great army. Okay, so he's trying to reshape the world in his own image, basically. Like the classic evil guy scheme. Alright, so the Moonstone, that's where the imposters are coming from. Basically, twisted abominations. I do believe we get to control the NightHorde here, or the Nightbringers. Alright, it's cool, so we might get the Witch Doctor. Cool, the NightHorde is our new ally, sweet! Finally, we get to command, like, the strongest... I do believe that they are the strongest faction, aren't they? Alright, so we can... I mean, they're at least the last one, though I gotta admit the Stormbringers are pretty sweet when they're fully upgraded. Oh, I just kind of want to see these units in action. They are cool, though, you know. I don't remember who their Titan is, though. Let's go ahead and see. Ooh! Heavy melee. Okay, Steel's Souls. I kind of want to know what that is. That sounds pretty sweet. We have 3 out of 10. I guess we've already got him fully upgraded. Yeah, give me the heavy melee. Why not? What else have we got? Basic range. Yeah, heavy melee. Just go all in with that. I think we can pretty much fully upgrade most of that. We haven't even been focused on gold. Bruh. Oh god, they're just melting everything now. This is the most confused faction war I've fought in this. What are we supposed to be doing now? Lay siege on the fraudulent NightHorde clan. So I guess... I don't even know who's who anymore. But it is what it is. Alright, I guess 3 missions of this to the most confused ending. Alright, now we're looking at fully upgraded NightHorde. This is super sweet. Naxxus Blasphemous NightHorde clan. Okay, so we just have to basically take out a few of their tents. Not really sure if they are necessarily the strongest or if there is some sort of rock, paper, scissors system going on here. I mean, I'm by no means any expert in the strategy of this game. But, yeah, the one thing that occurred to me is I never brought up Pikmin. Pikmin was the other game that, I guess if we're looking at 2003, I have to double check on the release year, but I think Pikmin had been out by now. So actually this was not such a crazy thing for consoles, to have some sort of like hybrid RTS going on. But, yeah, it was like a very experimental time for gaming in that way. Graphics were improving so much, and that was kind of revolutionizing things. We come to the penultimate mission. Naxxus trying to... Oh, that was a ridiculously short cutscene. Just him looking at a pod. Okay, so now we have all of the hordes at our disposal, or... I do believe this is the second to last mission. Kinsman, the end has come. Naxxus has shown his true colors like a murderer, betrayer of our kind. Who knows who even commands now? He's a deceitful snake that must be crushed under booted heels. So cool, Grommel, like leader of the proletariat. He plans to, yeah. Here we go. Turn on hands, wrap around his throat. We'll destroy the great machine. Oh, so we ironically destroyed the great machine we were making in the first place. Alright, cool! Our entire base is in one place and there's no, like, unusual narrative going on here. Great, amazing. We have tons of soul points, no gold. Souls? I guess just souls, really. Okay, I'm pretty sure that I just figured out the ultimate strategy. Slimes can eat garbage. So, basically we can just go around, like, destroying rocks, getting gold, and becoming, more or less Godzilla, which is, like, super satisfying in this game. That, and we can just get all the hordes to follow us around so that we do even more of that. And then I guess after we're done with that, we'll just raise a giant army. We'll need more souls, though, so we're going to need to locate, like, all the stuff for a soul fountain, because otherwise right now we're just destroying machines. And actually, oh god, why? Not a turret. That is like the bane of my existence right here. Oh no, and it's aiming at me. Anything but that. Alright, we need to go consume more garbage in order to get this working again. Alright, this may fail, but either way, we'll have enough, more than enough for this slime to recover. If we just leave the... No, I don't want to leave this slime body disembodied. But it also does look like our base may need the help. Yeah, it did. Alright, a challenging mission, but honestly it seems pretty fair to me, so no complaints like before. Okay, the slime is God in this mission. If I don't get destroyed by this huge group of... And I am totally gonna get destroyed. Alright, never mind. Otherwise, that unit was sick in that mission. I have to just go ahead and buy a bunch of upgrades for these guys. Give me 1 second. There we go. Okay, so basically... you kind of have to turtle for this mission, but you can just go to town on eating I've just eaten every piece of garbage here as the slime, which is crazy and awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and upgrade the PlagueSpitter's stats completely, and then just get another slime, because that was kind of sick. It just keeps kind of like recovering its HP. You can destroy all the pieces of the machine, get all the gold, and upgrade your entire army, but it has this, like, oddly Kenshi kind of vibe about it. Like, I will become more powerful despite the slime that I am within. Yeah, just like... oh no, all of my people have died. Can I still absorb you all? Oh... Will I perish before I absorb you, though? Oh, I did. Alright, well... Back to the drawing board. We do have a soul fountain there, though, so when we get that, that should be nice.
Okay, we're basically facing the entire Stonecrusher clan here. They're really replenishing fast. And we just totally ran out of PlagueSpitters too. I'm just gonna go ahead and have them defend our eastern side right here. And then we'll just go in with the others because, like, oh my gosh, it's just a constant tide of them here. But this is kind of like, I don't know, I mean, this is what you would more or less expect in the final battle of the game. And we've also got this guy stealing souls back here as well, so that's super. But we've got no real, yeah, we really don't have much to spend him on. Okay, I guess we just have to kind of keep sending in people until it's another battle of attrition. Alright, here we go again. Well, I hate to say this, this is another mission that I thought I really liked. I have a good memory of it, but it's honestly just difficult to tell where the enemies are coming from at all. Like, they don't seem to have a source, and they just kind of... At last I managed to locate all the Stormbringer bases. They're always at the, like, the very edge of the map, and just somewhere... we haven't even been getting Stormbringers come over from here. I don't know why, there's just so many Stonecrushers, so... I guess I should just... Lesson learned is, like, just patrol the periphery of the map until you find, something, just sneak behind enemy lines, right, and cut them off at the source, you'd think, but... alright, I mean, the Nightbringer Horde seems to be doing pretty well, because they can at least steal souls as whenever they encounter, enemy units, and if it's just machines, then it's just a matter of time, but... Yeah, like, a little grindy, but overall, I guess that's my kind of... impression of it. A lot of these old games I've been coming back to do just have, like, kind of bizarre checkpoints, but oddly nostalgic, but also makes me appreciate what we have in modern quality of life adjustments, I suppose. Okay, we have located the NightHorde Titan, which is just a giant wrecking ball that goes over everything. Can't believe I didn't find this earlier, but it is kind of sweet. Similar, I guess, to the slime, but it seems like does it, like, build up momentum? We will just do that and continue to summon blades, because we have destroyed, like, most of the great machine now, I think. And I guess what remains is just the final battle with, Naxxus, because I don't see much of what else we could do here. We're literally controlling 2 Titans, it's pretty insane. Actually, we'll just get the NightHorde to come over to us. I guess we have to build up momentum here, and then go into other stuff. I'll just go back and forth between these two. But yeah, like, you know, despite all of the kind of areas where things were like, this could use a little bit more balance, when you do discover all the things that were like, ooh, oh god, it is better than that. But it's not really doing damage to them. They're just kind of, it's going by innocuously. Oh well. Okay, can we create it at our base? We can! Okay, I'm in. Okay, I also just didn't notice the, detonate command here, so I guess I mean, we've built up enough gold here, so we might as well just launch Titans into the enemy. Okay, just, yeah, like, explode here, and see what that does. Did that actually, it didn't even destroy this! Okay, alright, I have to do more. Let me just launch like 3 more of these things into them. Oh, and we ran out of souls. Amazing. Alright, we finally took out one. It took a lot out of me, but... I mean, we did it, right? I think we were better off with the NightHorde, though. Just, it's odd. It's like the missions keep pointing it. Alright, I'm just gonna stop complaining and finish it off, but yeah. Like, the memory exists despite all the gross... imbalances after all of part 1 of the game, despite the fact that these missions are kind of cool. But yeah. Alright, this is what I feel this game was made for. The one thing that seems to be missing here is just the ability to... I don't think unless if I'm really this much of a dingus. Yeah, like queuing your units so that you can go out and play as the Titan, like, or just to create a set quota so that basically you can just go around and have fun and, like, destroy stuff in your path while you command your units to assault an area. I feel like that's the kind of vibe that's... Like, this is... like, there's one area left now, and I wanted to do this for much of the mission, but sadly, like, spent much of it in the base. But still, Okay, we got one more soul fountain over there. Literally jumping on things as a giant wrecking ball. I think they've just got, like, a couple more areas over there. I'm just trying to destroy the last of the machinery. These ones won't really bother me, nor will that other soul fountain. But my entire army just got themselves killed, so now it's like... Now would be a great time to not have to detonate this thing, but just... Yeah, I'm gonna go over there myself and blow up. Okay, I have finally destroyed enough of the machine to complete that. Wow, it was really a lot of machine. I mean, good for like a second to last mission, but also, you know. Great machine has finally been crippled. Naxus can no longer employ it to create his wretched army. Now we find him. Okay, so for the final mission now, we're actually going to fight Naxus at last. 254 units lost. Spent over 2,600 gold. But yeah, I mean, at least you get to make use of all of them. I do like the fact that there's a sandbox, but I don't know, man. Alright, now I am thankful for modern gaming in some areas, but I still like it. Oh, that must be the machine. Wait, no, he is destroying the bridge. How could he? I guess this is his friendly NightHorde. I do kind of appreciate that they use in-game, like these aren't rendered cut, like these are using in-game, or I don't know if I'm using the word rendered right there. You never knew, did you? You never knew the true purpose of the great machine. Yes, the master created it to build bombs, devastating weapons that would harvest spiritual energy. Sus, okay. It kind of makes sense with the soul thing. The moon gates, God, I thought that was a whole different word, will deliver their contents, freeing the souls of all those in the okay. Precious energy is collected. I will build a new race, a mighty scythe to reap this world clean. This is madness. Okay, so he wants to rebuild the world in his own image. In a short time there will be none left to care. Classic end of the world story. Come on, Grommel, you're so good in melee combat, aren't you? Alright, this is bound to be a tough mission, but we got Hellfire, Stormbringer, and Stonecrusher, so we're back with the OGs, although we kind of are off to a terrible start. I'm sure this one's going to take a little bit of trial and error, because I already feel like I need to start, and we haven't even begun. And we have only 30 minutes to do it. Actually, I think I have beaten this before. It's been a while, but... Oh god, and we have to take down how many of them? 3? Alright, this is gonna take a little while. Okay, so as far as I can tell, this mission is basically, like, testing whether you can multitask with a bunch of different tribes, which it's unfortunate that there aren't, like, better controls for switching between your control groups in this. Like, you can go back and forth from your main group, but you do unfortunately have to scroll, I think, for the rest of them, so... here it's, okay, I actually just turned back the Hellfire tribe. Okay, and they have fully upgraded weapons over there. But we're supposed to be defusing each gate. So I presume we just have to get to the end of each of these areas, and then there's like a gate waiting for us. But there are strong enemies there too, so that kind of complicates this. Basically just push your entire swarm into each side awkwardly one at a time, and maybe have some time left. I already feel like I've kind of messed up the mission, so it's probably going to take 2 attempts, but I'll probably edit this to make it look like I did it in 1, because you don't want to see me fail once. Or unless maybe you do, but I doubt that would be as interesting, maybe. Maybe it would. But, just, like, maybe this one is essentially the final Pikmin level, you know, where you have to... It's, like, oddly elemental, you know? Like, it has this kind of weird, kind of like biblical theme about it. I don't know. It always felt that way to me, anyway. We definitely will not make it in this time. And will they even launch an attack on us too? Just begs so many questions. I feel as though we should have a Titan as well, and they're spawning troops on top of it all as well. Okay, all right, fine with that then, I guess. We'll just see if we can get this. Group 1. check. Let's just see if we can scout. So many of these missions, the other thing that I've found myself doing is to just, like, scout it once, just know what I'm getting into and play it again because of just the sheer amount of fog of war. The other thing that I thought you could do in this was, like, scouting missions. Like, send out one unit. That would be so useful, man. Just, I'm telling you, like, insanely useful. Okay, so we've got that group. So that's the red one. Okay, so I guess we could thematically send out the Hellfire clan to that one. Whoops. Nope, we can't. We have to continue diffusing it. Never mind, there are bad people over there. And everyone is dead. Okay, I will be back when I've gotten slightly better control of this situation. Let's fail once and then come back and do it again. Okay, I've just basically restarted to just, like, slam Tesla coils all over the base just to try to prevent... Okay, and we did lose a tower, but basically kind of got to start it like a speed run. It's a little bit cheap the way they're, like, already totally destroying everything as soon as you get in there, but it just kind of begs you, like, restart me, please. So alright, if I'm gonna go along with that logic, then we'll just do it. Other than that, I think that the best thing we can do here is just max out our poke with Hellfire Clan. What else have we got? Yep, just max out that poke, man. That's the best we can do. Alright, and then just have everybody else's meat shields there. Diffuse one. Hopefully the Tesla coils will take care of the rest of it, and then, yeah, just, like, slam a bunch of them down the enemy's throat. Meanwhile, gathering a lot of gold so that we can just upgrade our troops as they go. I think that's going to be the big one. Actually, I feel like this is only attempt number 2 or 3, but I feel like I've got enough of a handle on that strategy already. Like, now go in and buy more range and damage, and then just gradually power them up as we go through. I feel like that this strategy is relatively straightforward. Like, it's kind of tempting to just kind of, like, diffuse and just go, okay, just go everywhere, but I feel like, look at how upgraded they are to begin with. That's just not even fair. Yeah, so... Although, fortunately, they aren't really respawning at the rates they were in former missions. If they were, this would be practically impossible. Speaking of which... actually, I don't believe that there are difficulties in here. I think it's just one difficulty, because I was going to say... Nah, 80. Okay, let's just upgrade our stone crushers, and whoops. Alright, this is a test of everything. Okay, cool. Take all that, just as much gold as we can get. Alright, I will be back when I complete some objectives. Okay, I think I've figured out the order in which to do everything in this mission, so it's taken long enough, but I really don't think getting to the gates is the tricky part. It's like all the unpredictable enemies if you get super disorganized, so... contrary to what I thought you were supposed to do at the first part, you do not, like, separate all your troops. That's just going to be kind of a disaster. I mean, you probably could if you wanted to get some kind of record time, but I'm like, no, let's just do it in the predictable way. We still have 17 minutes left, which is great, and we've already cleared out, like, just about 3/4 of the whole area. I'm pretty much just clearing everything, and then I'll send one group to each teleportation gate, and then maybe, like, a Titan out to just clear out the last one. But, yeah, like, just clear the way, because this is one of the few missions in which enemies don't spawn. Like, unlike all of the other missions in which they just spawn non-stop. But a little on and off, like, a little unpredictable, but, you know, kind of interesting. I would say that, like, overall, like, as far as missions go, each one really kind of does its own different thing. And considering that this game was so kind of revolutionary, maybe not revolutionary, because there were others of its kind, but very few for consoles that did stuff like this. I'd have to go back and replay Roller Coaster Tycoon also to remember exactly what that was like, because that was also kind of a crazy experience on Xbox, that is to say. Okay, so we will go here to green. Actually, this is one of the few that I will just do super fast, and we have a bomb to defuse. Cool. Green bomb has been defused. Fantastic. We will de-teleport from there. And yeah, like I said, pretty simple once we do get it going. But You know, just a matter of getting everybody to the spot is kind of a pain. Yeah, like where was the... had to be over here. Oh god, we left one of their other spawners there. Okay, but as long as we clump them all and they all get there together, that should, like, as long as we don't have people spawning in at weird times, then they should make it in as a group. You know, it's a group activity. If we do a drummer boy there, and then we do... I don't really need you, I just need a lot of ranged people. And then, you know what? Oh. Actually, I totally can afford a lightning elemental. Alright, we will maybe do that for fun now. Yeah, let's do it for fun. Okay, now I'm gonna go up to the upper left with this guy, while all my troops go over there. I've not seen anybody... This would actually be a legitimate part to speedrun. It is quite cool. We'll just hope for them over there that they do a good job. I don't even know why I'm going through it like this. There's not really that much left to get in terms of gold, but I do find this elemental to be pretty effective. Okay, here's what we're going for. We want to get people's houses. I'm coming for your house and I'm dead. Oh no. I'll just make another one of me. Oh god, wait, I totally missed one of them. So we have, 1, 2, 3... Wait a minute, why is there a purple? Oh no, there it is. Okay, yeah, purple, we will diffuse. I don't know, I sent the entire army there. Wait a minute, oh, we have to diffuse 5. I thought it was 4 for some reason. Okay, I mean, not that it changes the whole situation too much. We could use a couple more souls as well. Oh, what is the turret doing here? Jeez. Okay, slightly more work, but I still do think we'll get it. We've got about... What do we have, 30 minutes? We won't get it. Never mind, it's over. Okay, we have the white gate down, and now just 2 left to go. One of them we already got secured. We just have to fight the wave of enemies that comes out of it when we go over there. We will go over here. We will just send our people to this one, the red one, and then for the very last one, I think I'm going to make another Titan and just send him up to the other corner so that he can clear the way, so that then once they've cleared the last gate, we have the last one cleared so that they can just go to it in the last 5 minutes. We should probably have 3 minutes to spare, but I want to make sure we have at least that much time. Don't want to cut it too close, but kind of cool. I feel like that this brings everything together. I kind of wish that some of the other missions didn't have quite so much spawning, because it kind of throws you off, because they don't overdo it in this one, but it is what it is. Can I go into another one, or am I going to waste another? I wasted another elemental. Great. Okay. Here we go. And second to last gate, just 1 left now. Okay, using my mages now for the final assault. I think ironically, it's like clan against clan. We're fighting our own here. But kind of a sweet way to end it, though. Okay, and actually with a lot of time to spare, about 7 minutes remaining. Not really as difficult as I thought. We probably could have even done it without restarting the first time. But here goes the last bomb, so... We've got some kind of, like, Wooburg, bomb defusal going on here. The creatures of this world. We're the only creatures of this world, though, aren't we? Isn't it just goblins here? Right, so now we've got Naxxus, and I guess that... I don't think there's any... Yeah, there won't be a final boss fight, but there is quite a cool cutscene here, I believe, so... It has this sort of, like, Revan and Malik kind of ending. Oh, I don't want to spoil... maybe not necessarily. Although I do believe, you know, I'm still waiting over 20 years later on the Goblin Commander sequel. Great Frox, there are enough bombs here to steal every soul in Ogress. Okay, so yet more bombs. I mean, yeah, it probably was an elaborate ruse, which we just did. Rest of our kind will leaving me to rebuild our race in my image. Surrender, Naxxus. There is nothing to gain from this. There's everything to gain, chaos, and... Why is it they always want to destroy the world? It's death hereafter. Would have granted you the... Okay, very cool moment.
Ooh. Oh, use Grommel strength. Yeah, I use those gains, Grommel. So he threw a bomb into the, like, dimension that Naxxus just... I don't know why Naxxus needed to use the portal to teleport away when he can just disembody himself normally. Okay.
We could
Happy goblins.
Naxxus was killed in the blast.
See what I said? Sequel, man.
We will never be sure.
Oh. And that was when Magic the Gathering was invented. The end. Anyway, that's Goblin Commander. I don't really remember beating it. I just kind of remember the first part. I think I rented it from Blockbuster as a kid.
Leader Grommel, we would rebuild.
We would find purpose. I didn't even see... Oh no, we did have that unit. The existential quest of Goblinhood. Anyway, there you have it. Goblin Commander. I do recommend this game. Pick it up at your local Blockbuster Video today. God, it took me a while to remember that. Anyway, yeah, blast from the past, but I wanted to give this one a look again. It was a really beautiful game, and yeah, just definitely a few more worth looking at like that over the course of the year. Anyway, thanks for watching if you made it this far, and I do hope this brought you some kind of nostalgia. Or if you didn't know about this game, maybe go find a new copy now.